Yes, indeed. We are live. We are live here for a Bad Blood watch along. Yes, it is WWE Bad Blood 2024. The return of a classic. It's the 25th anniversary of In Your House Bad Blood. And it's very, very exciting. It's the original Bad Blood back in 1997. One of my favorite WWE pay-per-views ever. And they've brought it back this year for the 25th anniversary. And in addition to that, we've not only got the 25th anniversary of Bad Blood, we've also got the 25th anniversary of the Hell in the Cell debut. And we are going to be getting one tonight. Yes, we are going to be getting a Hell in a Cell match. It's your typical standard WWE Premium Live event outside of sort of the big four of the year, the Royal Rumbles, WrestleMania, SummerSlam, and Survivor Series. In that, you've got a 5-match card. There's some big matches on the show that I'm excited about and that I'm interested to see. I think really the two main events, that's really what people are looking forward to. From a Brit's point of view, it being a Saturday and an early start, 11 p.m. The show kicks off over here. It's practically the morning for us. It's lovely, isn't it? Look at this. Can you feel it, guys? I mean, I've got a green tea with me. Look how warm that is. Like I poured that out like 5 minutes ago, and I don't really drink hot drinks anymore. But I thought still, just in case, I want to have that energy for everyone this evening. So I thought I'll have a green tea, and it's scalding hot. I can't touch it. I mean, I'm one of those people. I'm such a wuss that I can't. If I have a cup of coffee or a green tea or whatever, I gotta wait like 25 minutes for it to cool down. And you'll say 25 minutes, that's a long time. Legitimately, I can't touch that. Who can touch that? It's boiling. Absolute boiling this evening, isn't it? But so will this show. It will be boiling. It'll be red hot indeed. I can see people filing in the chat already. Look at Nathaniel. He's been a member for 3 months. Big up, Nathaniel, a member of the WN365 roster. Says, what's up, Owen? I want to see blood. I was thinking that whilst I was getting ready for the show earlier on. I was thinking, I wonder, because this is not your WWE of the last however many years, isn't it? It's a new era. It's a new time in WWE, and nothing's really off limits. I mean, it's still PG. It will still be PG. I know some people are thinking, when it goes to Netflix, Monday Night Raw is going to be this show where they're doing effing and jeffing and they can say all they want. Not really. I mean, it'll be a bit looser in the sense of there might be some cursing here and there. There might be some blood more sort of liberally used, possibly. But it's not going to be like TV PG-14 or anything like that. TV-14 rather. It's not going to be that, I don't think. When The Rock comes back, I mean, we saw The Rock back in January. He was just kind of saying what he wanted. Whether it was, fuck or whatever. He was saying everything. So, I mean, he'll do what he wants. But as far as the rest of the programming, I don't think so. As far as tonight, will we see blood? I think we will. I think the Hell in the Cell match, I don't see how you can't, really. There's a show called Bad Blood. Yes, obviously it's continuing the tradition of 25 years ago, and that's why you've got the Hell in a Cell match as well. But I think there's kind of an expectation, isn't there, that we're going to be getting, the most bitter of rivalries in WWE right now, which is CM Punk and Drew McIntyre, inside WWE's most vicious match type that they have, really. And if they want to, and certainly Triple H is under his booking, the Paul Levesque era. There's a reason he got rid of the Hell in a Cell Premium Live event, wasn't it? He got rid of the Hell in a Cell Premium Live event because he said, I want the match to mean something. And since Triple H has taken over the book, how many Hell in a Cell matches have we had? This would be the second, I think. The first one we had was at WrestleMania 39 between Edge and Finn Balor, which I must say, it tickled me pink this past week because they did the Hell in a Cell confrontation between Drew McIntyre and CM Punk on Raw. And there was a bit of a collective freak out. Everyone's going, Triple H, but what a dub for Triple H. He brought back the silver Hell in a Cell. Good, that red Hell in a Cell was rubbish. And I sort of sat there and said to myself, well, I'm happy that silver Cell's brought back, but this is not the first time it's been brought back. It was brought back at WrestleMania 39. And I thought, that wasn't even that long ago. That's like, 18 months ago that was brought back? Not that long at all. But people were like, yes, They were using the word finally. Finally, it's been brought back. That's finally. It's been back for a while. We just don't see the Hell in a Cell that often, but it's been the Silver Hell in a Cell since WrestleMania 39, anyway. But short memories. And there was like one account on social media that was like, it got viewed like 3 or 4 million times. Triple H has brought it back, and I went to the comments. I thought, I bet the comments are going to be cooking this guy, telling him that it's been back for a while. Nobody. Nobody. I just thought, wait, the facts just don't really matter at this point anymore, really, did they? I guess. Bonehurt, welcome to you, to the latest member of the WN365 roster. Big up. I've been thinking quite a lot recently about what to do for the members. Because I want to get a lot more members content, and it's really difficult because we do 2 daily videos here on the channel, and they're news videos. It's difficult to kind of figure out what to put where and what I can do more for the members. So I think my plan is that moving forward, and it may take a couple of weeks to get to this, but actually with an international break from football coming up, it might be the perfect time to get this going. I think for members, what you're going to have is gameplay streams. They might be pre-recorded, they might be live. We'll play it by ear, but you'll get gameplay streams. You'll get a continuation of the Monday Night Wars series, or want to continue going, and you'll get the match rewatch series as well. So I'm thinking for members of dropping 3 bits of exclusive content per week. So that would be a gameplay video, a Monday Night Wars rewatch video, and a match rewatch video. So that members have something a bit extra. Because I don't want to be one of those channels that's just, members, what do you get for your membership? Nothing. 0. So big up to Bonehurt. If you do wish to join the roster, you can do so. You can click the join button. It's also pinned in the chat, and you can see it in the video description. And then and all of the members can say, hey, it's worth being a member, and you get your badges and your emojis and stuff like that in the chat as well. I can see people already filing in the chat. What I will do now, actually, let's go through some of the matches. Let's go through the matches that we can expect to see this evening. Now, as far as the order of the matches, as of right now, I don't know what the order is going to be, because I don't really, once it gets closer to showtime, I don't really like to look at any of the new stuff or anything like that, because just you get into proper spoiler territory. So let's just go through the matches as is. So we've got the Hell in a Cell match between Drew McIntyre and CM Punk. As far as a prediction for this one, I mean, the series is tied up, isn't it? McIntyre won at SummerSlam. CM Punk won at Bash in Berlin. As far as the matches themselves, they've been okay. I think I preferred the SummerSlam one with Rollins being the referee. I mean, it was very... Talk about throwback, isn't it? I mean, it feels like every match CM Punk does at this point is a throwback to something that happened in sort of 1996 to 1999. So that SummerSlam one was SummerSlam 1997, wasn't it? It was Bret Hart versus The Undertaker with Shawn Michaels as the referee. You just swap out the parts. Punk was Hart, The Undertaker was Drew McIntyre, and Seth Rollins was Shawn Michaels, right? So we had Drew McIntyre win that one, and I felt like he needed to win that one. And then I felt like Punk needed to win at Bash in Berlin, because they have to, they've got this guy coming back, and they're telling a new, generation of fans how great he is, and he's not winning any matches. I would like to see Punk work more. I don't know if they're going down the sort of edge route with him, where he only wrestles on PLEs. Would like to see him work on television a bit more. Whether or not his body can handle it at this point, I suppose that's part of it. But in terms of the feud between them, it's coming to the natural conclusion. I think I'm ready to see Punk and McIntyre spin off and now feud with other people. But it's got to be the contention for one of the feuds of the year, hasn't it? It's been Dynamite Television, no pun intended, and been just really, really good stuff. But now, like I said, I'd want to see both guys veer off into other things. Don't really care to see Punk challenging for the world title. I don't think he needs to at this point. Would like to see Punk versus Gunther. That'd be a fun match, but I don't know if I really want to see that happening. As far as McIntyre, what would he do next? That's a really good question. I don't know what he would do next, who he would feud with next. Of course, he's had the feud with Punk going for quite some time now, and he definitely feels bigger because of it. Like, McIntyre because of the stuff with Rollins into WrestleMania, winning obviously that, and then dropping the title immediately afterwards. But also, the stuff with Punk has made him feel bigger, signed a new contract. He feels like I say bigger star, means WWE champion during the pandemic, but a legitimate bona fide top heel in WWE. What would he do next? Would he go back to Rollins? Would he go after someone like a Gunther? He's already had a bit of a rivalry with Gunther when Gunther was Intercontinental Champion, but would be a money feud over a world title again. But how many world titles can he lose? I don't know. But as far as a prediction this evening, I'm going to probably go with Punk. I think Punk probably wins it, just because I feel like, again, in these kind of feuds, I feel like you do just need the babyface to win eventually. I mean, that's Taylor's oldest time when it comes to pro wrestling, is most of the time the good guys prevail. And I just, if they're setting up Punk for bigger feuds down the line, I remember when Punk came back last year, they're like, oh, he's going to feud with Rollins, and he's going to feud with Reigns, and he's going to do this, he's going to do that. Not that a loss hurts him, but I just feel like they'll just nip this one in the bud, and it will be Punk gets the victory. But we're still, honestly, in that territory of just, can Punk get through these matches without getting hurt at this point as well? So my prediction is Punk for that one. We've got the Women's Championship on the line, Nia Jax versus Bayley. The SmackDown Women's Division's really interesting, isn't it? Because, I mean, just when you think there's not a lot going on, then last night you get a great dumpster match between Chelsea Green and Michin, and actually looked really good coming out of it. But there's just not a lot in the women's division on SmackDown. It just feels smaller and maybe not as important as the women's division on Raw. I would say Nia Jax wins. I think there's the potential for Tiffany Stratton cash-in. Obviously, that feels like that's probably the story here. So maybe we do get a cash-in, not necessarily on Bayley. I don't see why it would look any good for Bayley to cash it, for Stratton to cash in on Bayley. I think that maybe Nia Jax wins and then Tiffany Stratton cashes in, something like that, or there's something happens afterwards. But I think Tiffany Stratton, I think tonight would probably be the night when it comes to a Tiffany Stratton cash-in. So that's going to be my prediction for that one. So I do think we'll have a new women's champion. Then we're going to have the Women's World Championship match with Dominik Mysterio. Do you like what I've done there? That's a shark cage with his head poking through. Yes. On this channel, I do all the graphics myself. So that's that's my best attempt at Dominik Mysterio peeking through a shark cage right there. Who wins this one? Again, logically, you would go, well, maybe it's time for Rhea Ripley to win. We're getting into October full time. She holds the title to WrestleMania. She has a big match. But I'm already predicting, this is a difficult one. I don't know if it's the right time necessarily just yet for Liv to lose the title, but would they have Ripley keep losing title matches? I mean, she feels like the biggest female star in WWE right now? You'd probably say yes. Probably. With the people that are out of action as well. So maybe Rhea does win. I think that one's quite difficult to call, in all honesty. I think that's a difficult one to call. Maybe I do go with Rhea to win that one, perhaps. Speaking of the Judgment Day as well, we have Damian Priest versus Finn Bálor. Damian Priest wins this one. I think, I'll give credit to Paul Levesque and WWE. When Damian Priest won the World Championship, wasn't really on board, doesn't feel like a world champion. I thought he knocked that title reign out of the park. He feels like a bona fide main eventer. His status has been elevated legitimately. He feels like, again, maybe he's not always in the main event, but he feels like a bigger star than he was before the title reign. I think that title reign did so much for him. And now he feels like a legitimate, top babyface on Raw. So I think he wins. I think he wins this evening. I think he defeats Finn Bálor. And then, of course, we get the main event, which I think will be the main event, perhaps. We shall see. Which, of course, is Cody Rhodes teaming up with Roman Reigns to face off the Bloodline. There's just no way. Surely there is no way that Cody Rhodes and Roman Reigns lose unless there is a Rock return or something like that, which of course has been rumoured. We shall see, indeed. We've got Samantha Irvin singing. What is she singing? Something About America. So Samantha Irvin singing right now as we await for this show to begin. Already we've got our first super chat of the evening as well from the aforementioned Bonehurts. Says, I am locked in and ready to watch with the GOAT of UV. Well, thank you very much. You're going to make my head swell. Excited to do Monday Night War rewatches also on membership. # not an ad. Well, yes, there's already a couple of episodes actually. There's already a couple of episodes of the Monday Night Wars rewatch series. Like I say, it's just... I really wanted to figure out what the right thing to do with the membership content is, and I think that's the way forward. I don't want it just to be just one thing per week. I want it to be quite scheduled, and you do get bang for your buck when it comes to that, because I'm very conscious that every channel offers a membership. So we will do that. And actually, like I said, I think actually it's the perfect time. It's properly the perfect time for that with the international break coming up, and I've got a bunch. Last year, I bought a bunch of old wrestling games and would have seen on some of the streams to play, but it's just difficult to schedule them in with all of the with all of the news that goes on in the world of pro wrestling. So I thought, you know what, just give it to the members. Give it to the members. That's what we should do. But I believe the show is underway. Michael Cole welcoming us to Atlanta, Georgia. Move this down here a little bit. That's a sign, Rhea and Yeet. There's CM Punk arriving in Atlanta. Punk got to face off against his rival. There's Drew McIntyre touching up the cage like a pervert. Not sure why he's doing that. He's getting into the zone, clearly, guys. I'll turn that off as well. Oh, I tell you what, it's so annoying with this new Apple update is you try and drag Windows around on your computer and it just like makes it full screen. It's so annoying. The Judgment Day arrive. Let me put my chat here as well so I can see what you lovely people are saying. There are the Terror Twins as well. Damian Priest, Rhea Ripley. Arriving in Hotlanta, I believe is what it's called. Austin Baker's in the chat, says, Yo-Yo O-Dog finally catching the men in underwear and tights. How you doing tonight? I'm good. Hope you're doing well also. As we're about to get the cold open for this show. Bad Blood in 1997. Bloody hell. Makes me feel so old. And to be honest as well, when it comes to all of this, I did, when the WWE Network first came out, which by the way is a decade ago. I can't believe it's a decade ago. But when the WWE Network first came out, I started doing, like, I'm going to watch every episode of Raw from 1997. I mean, you want to talk about binge watching series. That's the great thing with WWE is the series never ends. So you can just binge watch a year. Or what I do think they need to do, though, is do, like, playlists. They need to do, like, playlists when you can go, I want to watch, you know, what was happening in 97 or something. And 97 is such an interesting year for WWE. Because at the beginning of the year in 97, the product is positively horrid. Like, it's awful. Absolutely awful. And then once you get into, like, just around WrestleMania... Well, actually, to be fair, just before that, you know, you start getting into Shawn Michaels losing his smile and all that kind of stuff that's going on backstage. You get, sort of after WrestleMania, you start to really get the beginning of the Attitude Era. And, it's just... It was getting killed in the ratings by WCW at the time, but it was good. It was really, really good. And then, so 97, 98, in my opinion, 97, 98... That's the best years of content that WWE did in the Attitude Era. I know people will talk about 99, 2000, and that's when they get, you know, obviously big ticket sales and stuff like that. But in terms of like, oh my God, these are good shows. 97, 98 are great shows. Like in 98, there's like a period of every week. Like those, like, you know, those Stone Cold Steve Austin moments where he's driving the Zamboni in, or he's filling the car up with cement, or he's kidnapping Mr. McMahon or whatever, or Mr. McMahon gets his ankle shattered by the Brothers of Destruction. that all happens in the space of like 4 or 5 weeks. It's insane. Like every single week, you're like, this is a good show. 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 It's like, oh man, it's incredible. It's incredible. And yeah, it's fun to go back and watch. It is, and that's what we'll be doing with the members as we see Cody Rhodes staking out the State Farm Arena. You would have probably seen this cold open. It was on social media yesterday. There was the OTC being accompanied there by Paul Heyman, by the way. Wonder if we'll see Paulie this evening. Chris Days in the chat says, what's good, everyone? Dan Mason says, I love the cold open. Bonehurt says, I think they do playlists now, don't they? I don't know. I mean, I'm going to... I've only heard bad things about WWE's content on Peacock, or just the layout in the United States. Fortunately, we don't have that here, obviously. I'm a bit apprehensive about what that's going to look like when it moves to Netflix next year for us here. Like, what are the menus going to look like? How difficult are they going to be to find? And all that kind of jazz. The one thing you would say about WWE Network, actually, is in terms of the layout and finding stuff, actually, it's really easy, you know. So it's going to be a shame once that's gone. Wendy's and Morgan, they had an old guy with with lightning eyes. Oh, look, the show opens with Paul Levesque. When doesn't it, by the way? He's on TV more than when he was wrestling. Oh, he's got a historic announcement tonight, Paul Levesque. Interesting. Pyro's going in Atlanta. We're getting a historic announcement from Paul Levesque this evening. But does anyone notice that? Like, Paul Levesque opens the show a lot. a lot. It's always there was USA Network premiere of SmackDown. Paul Levesque opened the show. There's Cody Rhodes with Metro Boomin in a beat-up, run-down Ford. Cody Rhodes in a suit, holding the championship. Here come the hosts of Bad Blood. The Women's Tag Team Champions, Bianca Belair, Jade Cargill, and Naomi. If you haven't already, click the like button and be sure to subscribe as well whilst you're at it. But interesting, I wonder, let us know in the chat, by the way. Let us know in the chat, what's your prediction for the for that historic announcement from Paul Levesque? There was, Cody Rhodes was hinting at something on the Pat McAfee show, wasn't he? He was hinting that there was going to be something big relating to Crown Jewel. So, I wonder what that will be. I wonder indeed. And everyone's going to be wearing red tonight, by the way. Because Triple H is wearing a red tie. Belair, Cargill, Naomi all wearing red in the ring. Because blood. Well, we've got the confirmation there. You know what's starting the show? It's going to be inside Satan's structure. The Devil's Playground. Yes, it is going to be Hell in a Cell. Oh, what a way to start the show. Strap in. Get ready. I used to love it when back, and they never call it that anymore, but they used to call it the Devil's Playground. Satan's Structure. The epitome of hell itself. It's hell in a cell. The cell structure being lowered. Fire! I mean, it's in keeping with hell, isn't it? Is that fire is shooting up from the ground. Must say, I still prefer the old Hell in a Cell, not the red one, obviously. This is the newer. I say newer Hell in a Cell, but it's been around for like nearly 20 years. 2006, I think. 2006, Unforgiven, I think it was. D-Generation X versus the McMahons and the Big Show was the first time we saw this version of Hell in a Cell. It's much bigger. It's got like another level to it. The old one was much smaller, but I liked the smaller one. It was very gritty. Here comes Drew McIntyre, the Scottish Warrior. Stepping into Hell in a Cell. Is it for the first time in his career? I feel like McIntyre's been in a Hell in a Cell, surely. I know CM Punk has. I know he's faced The Undertaker in Hell in a Cell. Of course, he faced Ryback in Hell in a Cell. I think he was involved in a triple threat in Hell in a Cell against Alberto Del Rio and John Cena in 2010. But there is Drew McIntyre. The Scottish psychopath. And look at this, stoic. A stoic walk to the ring. I wonder if this is cooled down yet. Doesn't look like it. Oh, boiling. Absolutely boiling. Look at the steam. It was an error putting this in the flask. I just want to have a sip of my green bloody tea. But there is Drew McIntyre. Look at this. Some stats. Defeated CM Punk at SummerSlam. Defeated by Punk at Bash and Burn. Third career Hell in a Cell match. He's got a 0-2 record. And he made his WWE PLE debut 15 years ago to and a day at Hell in a Cell 2009. So, there you go. Look for some stats about Drew McIntyre. Atom K says Mankind versus Undertaker was a classic. I mean, the first... it's very difficult with a Hell in a Cell match because the first two matches are arguably the greatest matches of all time to ever take place in the structure. You know, you got the first one, which is Shawn Michaels versus The Undertaker. 25 years ago to this day, 25 years ago today, Bad Blood, 1997, or as it was then, In Your House, Bad Blood, 1997, the debut of Kane. And then a year later, not at the same event, but at the King of the Ring pay-per-view, you had Undertaker versus Mankind, which maybe isn't the best Hell in a Cell match of all time, but it's certainly the most famous, the most iconic, for Mick Foley just being an absolute madman. And look at that desk. This is what you see certainly in the TKO era, don't you? You see a lot of branding and a lot of advertising. Hence why on that commentator desk you've got Wendy's Saucy Nugs being displayed. Oh God, it's Goldberg. Oh. It's Goldberg. Don't you bloody dare, WWE. Paul Levesque, don't you bloody dare. Oh, God. Somewhere, I think you can probably hear Bret Hart screaming. Somewhere. I thought possibly we would. But I'm telling you, don't you dare, Paul Levesque. Don't you dare have him jump the barrier or anything like that. Spear. Good Lord. I mean, he's from Atlanta, so... Here comes Punk. McIntyre's entrance was long, wasn't it? I just kind of put that together when Punk decided to come out. I was like, that was a while. We're 15 minutes into the show. And there is Punk. I didn't realize, I saw a clip of an interview he did the other day, that for those wondering, why did CM Punk come back with this version of Cult of Personality? It's because all the proceeds of this song go straight to Living Colour, the band, whereas with the old version, the record company got paid. So obviously that's why they re-recorded it, remastered it, re-released it. This version, WWE pays a license fee to the band Living Colour and not necessarily to the record label, which then splits it with the band Living Colour. Interesting. No, it's clobbering time. I'm not sure how I feel about the current state of affairs with CM Punk's hair, which I know is rich coming from this, but it's like he's trying to slick it back, but he can't be bothered to slick it back anymore. So he's got a McMahon pompadour going on. It's not ideal. Lil Yo's in the chat, says Mr. Wrestle News 365. What's good, amigo? Appreciate you. Welcome this evening. What's that now? It says the climbing holes in the cage don't look great. Well, the climbing holes in the cage, it's funny whenever that happens, because people say, they go, oh, there's climbing holes. Look, there's footholds in the cage. They're definitely going on top. And it's not necessarily, they're just always there. They're always there for people to obviously climb in the match, but also just for when they're putting the cage together, or sometimes before the show, they might do stuff on top of the cell anyway. So they're always there. But it's entirely possible they could climb the cage this evening. Mustafa Zin from Somalia, big up to you. But we want blood. We want violence. We want gore. Yeah, that punk pompadour is not doing him any favors whatsoever, is it? It's not the best look for him. Bell rings, we are underway. Punk looks in great shape though, doesn't he? Looks in fantastic shape. We're 11 likes away from 50, by the way, if you haven't already. Yeah, referees have names as well. That's what I like about this era of WWE 2. As Michael Cole says, the trilogy starts now. Both men walking closer and closer to each other. Look at this. Bit of jaw jacking already. Here we go. Teeing off right hand style off this one. Of course, McIntyre straight away backs Punk into the corner. He's got the power advantage. Oh, and a big chop. Oh, ducks under. Punk with a couple of right hands of his own. Don't see Punk often with the right hands. Can't throw the best punch. And McIntyre clubbing blows to the back of the neck. Oh, blocks that one. I'm excited to see how WWE is going to do the sort of camera work of this one. They have been upgrading their production, haven't they? Can I also just say, WWE, I know you've moved this an hour earlier because of the UFC later on tonight, but this is a lovely time for a pay-per-view on a Saturday night, starting at 11 o'clock. We'll finish around sort of 2-ish. Fantastic. I know there's football tomorrow. I'll be on the match for you for that, on the pre-match. I won't be too tired. Lovely. Lovely. Keep this time, WWE. It's fantastic. And Punk, he got thrown to the outside of the ring. His back hit the cell, and he did a Ric Flair-esque cell. Ah! Ah! You know when Flair used to do that? Flair used to take a backdrop and then just flop around and go, ah! Punk blocks going into the cell. Or McIntyre blocks it. Oh, was that a thumb to the eye? I think it was. And there's another clubbing blow to the back across the shoulder blades of the former WWE champion. Oh, what a big chop. Oh, a boot by Punk. That's a forearm shiver. Irish Whip, it's reverse. And McIntyre goes into the cell. He's selling it too. Oof. And just drives him in again. Oof. Oh, and rams the back of his head. It's weird, isn't it? Because I always found it funny when they used to sell going into the side of the cage. Because if you've ever been to that kind of like sort of chicken wire thing. You know that if you go back into it, it doesn't really hurt that much. What hurts is if you get your face caught on it or anything like that. You know what I mean? Like that kind of, it's got actually quite a lot of give to it. It's not that bad. Oh, we got tables. Punk throwing a table in the ring. And he's looking towards chairs as well. Amanor with another super chat says, Owen, who would you have as interim, Potter or Rhodes? Oh, don't even get me started on football, Amanor. This is meant to be a safe space. This is meant to be my safe place. Oh, chair to the back of CM Punk. When football's going bad, I close my eyes and I enter into Owen Wrestler's 365 area. Then I don't have to think about it anymore. Oh, McIntyre just bounces Punk's face off the steps. And those steps are pretty tight, actually, when it comes to the Hell in Cell structure on the outside. Oh, wow. Look at that. Punk's face just got stomped on those steps. I wonder if this is cold enough to drink now. Still, look at the steam, honestly. Oh, there's a toolbox. Oh, he went to hit Punk with a wrench. He ducked. Oh, look, he's jamming the wrench into... We're getting blood. There's no way we're not getting blood. He's jamming a wrench into the head of McIntyre. Surely. Surely we're getting colour. Surely. Crowd chanting CM Punk. Dan Amazing says, is that an Apple Watch Ultra you have? I think so. I don't know what model this is, because I was getting asked by Flex, because he got an Apple Watch recently. I think so. But I'm obsessed with it now. I got it for Christmas, maybe a couple of years ago. I forget when it was. And now I've become obsessed with it. Every day, use it with... mainly for the workouts and exercise and that stuff. And I love it. That's why I'm even being healthy with this green tea. Look at me. It's madness. Oh, look at McIntyre. He just ripped the legs off the table. Oh, he's going to use the legs as a weapon. Is Punk going to do the same thing? I'm not sure. Oh, drop toe hold. Oh, throat first. Throat first. Into the side of the table there. And now Punk's got the legs of the table. What's he planning on doing here? Oh my God. I tell you what, he nearly stabbed him with it. Because part of it, there's this big metal rod sticking out. Like, really? God, he nearly took his eye out. Oh. Just pulls McIntyre's head, throws him back first into the reverse of the table there. Ouch. Oh, once again. Thrown spine first into the table is McIntyre. What's that now? Saying Punk rocking the astronaut boots. Does look like it, doesn't it? It does look like he could do the moon landing. McIntyre, now he is trying to take out the eye. Look, he's trying to take his eye out. Using the leg of the table. Look, Punk's already tried to stab him. He's tried to take his eye out. Good. That's what this match should be. Hell in a Cell matches are meant to be vicious. That's why I hated the Hell in a Cell pay-per-view, premium live event, whatever you want to call it. Really made the match feel not important. It should be for, blood feuds. Well, he's up on Punk's shoulders. And he's holding on to the cell. Is he going to climb it? No. Gets down. Pushes away. Oh! Claymore on the outside of the ring. He just about kicked Punk's head off his shoulders. And whilst Punk was trying to take McIntyre's eye out, McIntyre's just taken Punk's head off. Look at this. Gets a bit of separation. Bang! He actually used the side of the ring for leverage. Look at that. He puts his hand on the ring apron to kind of balance when he does it. Very impressive. And the CM Punk chants ringing through the arena in Atlanta, Georgia. McIntyre. Oh! Good God. He just long darted CM Punk into the steel cell there, into that chicken wire, and he didn't really go head first. He kind of went like there. Good Lord. Oh. Oh, he's bleeding. We've got blood, brother. CM Punk's face is pouring red. If this was Shaun of the Dead, I'd go, hey, Punk, you've got red on you. Look at that. He is dripping. We've got a waterfall in Atlanta, and it's a waterfall of blood. It wouldn't be bad. Oh, look at him. It's nasty. It's nasty. He's going to throw... Oh, steel steps off the skull of CM Punk. Just Kevin says he used blade. Well, the way it's pouring out his head, there's no way that it hasn't that he didn't blade. Oh, I mean, with the crowd chanting "fix the screen" now, I don't think they can see. And look at Punk. Punk's a mess at the moment. Oh, what a right hand. Right to the jaw. Just straight right hand. Oh, look at half of Punk's face. It is completely covered in blood. Good God. Oh, what's he got in there? What is that? Is that the wrench? He's now a wrench into the open wound. McIntyre, you sick son of a bitch. Oh, what would Jim Ross say about this? Look at McIntyre's face. He would go... That son of a bitch! He would say... Does he have no conscience? Does he have no heart? Do you have no soul, you son of a bitch? That's exactly what he'd say. The crowd are still trying to fix the screen. They can't actually see what's happening. And I think the screen just got fixed, by the way. We got a cheer. Oh, Punk looks a mess, by the way. Punk, he's sucking wind. He's got blood all over his face. He's trying to see where he is. Look at him. He is just dripping. And again, you would not have seen this, 12 months ago. You just wouldn't. Because we've got to remember, Vince was still in the company at that point. This is TKO WWE. They've got the UFC. They didn't give a shit about blood. We're going to get some of it later on this evening at UFC. McIntyre. Oof. Just a straight right. Just extended the knuckles a little bit right into the open wound of CM Punk. And look at McIntyre as well. He's checking his watch. Wants to see if it's clobbering time. Look at McIntyre. Just stands there. Arms extended. He's wearing the black armband because this is Punk's funeral, is Drew McIntyre. He's wearing black because it's going to be Punk's funeral. Up on the shoulders. Punk. Oh, floats over. Oh, step up knee in the corner. But look at Punk. I think did he pass out? I think he passed out. Look. He hit the running knee. Then he just flopped. Uh-oh. Oh, no. Watch out. Watch out. Watch out. Watch out. Watch out. Oh, I thought he was going to go through the table there. McIntyre lifted him up. He was going to throw him into the table at one point. I was like, good God. Punk, double axe handle off the top rope. Punk is blinking his eyes. He's trying to see where he is. I think he's got the wrench in his hand now. As we see an outside look at just the size of this cell structure. Punk now top rope. He's going to do the double axe handle with the wrench in hand. Oh, blocked. McIntyre. Oh, a belly-to-belly throw. And actually, Punk's ankle hit the table. And the thing is with Punk is if anything like happens like that where his ankle hits the table, you go, don't break your ankle. Don't break your ankle. Of course, remember, he had a broken foot when he was in AEW from when he dived into the crowd. And McIntyre kip up like it's nothing. This is a guy's, what, like 270, 275? Kip up easy. He's a freak. 2, 1, getting a claymore. And Punk, look at him, rolls to the outside of the ring. Says, no. He said, you're going to hit me with a claymore.
Go fuck yourself.
That's what he said. No, thank you. Oh, wow. The toolbox off the head of McIntyre. He reached out to try and get Punk back into the ring, and Punk just went, boom. And this makes me think, by the way, uh-oh, McIntyre's now bleeding. Oh my God. It is pouring. And what's... Toolbox in hand again. See, I don't know. That, by the way, I don't think he's blading then. That, to me, looks like a blood packet. The reason I say that looks like a blood packet is because look at McIntyre's hand. McIntyre's hand is bright red. McIntyre's hand is bright red, almost a bit like... look. A bit like he's just gone pop. Rub on my face. So maybe they don't do blading. Maybe they're using blood packs or something like that. Running knee. Another running knee. Because if McIntyre did blade, he has maybe just done one of the deepest blade jobs I've ever seen in my life. Because his face, it's up there with Eddie Guerrero at Judgment Day. Or John Cena's one. Crowd are chanting for GTS. McIntyre up on the shoulders of Punk. Oof, big reverse elbow. I went for a neck breaker. Oh, he's got him up on the shoulders again. GTS. But McIntyre rolls out of the ring and falls to the outside. And the reason why, once again, I'm thinking actually blood packs is because you see Punk. I mean, obviously, look, blood clots. It can dry. But Punk's blood is now gone, and it doesn't even look like he's got any cuts, unless it's above the hairline. think McIntyre's blood pack. Oh! Claymore again! Right back in the ring. Cover! 1, 2. Oh, he kicks out. Oh. Out of... Look at McIntyre's face. That was a big blood pack, I'll tell you that. Oh, my goodness. But just adding the blood into this, it makes it so much better. What a Claymore. Punk kicked out. But good, this is what this match should be. It's bad blood. It's Hell in a Cell, damn it. 2 likes away from 50 if you haven't clicked the like button already. And be sure to subscribe too. I don't even know what number we're on. We could maybe get to 18,400 this evening, perhaps. McIntyre, another claim. Oh, Punk steps backwards. Is he going to go for a sharpshooter? Is he in for a sharpshooter? Perhaps. Can he get it? Can he get it? Oh, he couldn't really do it. Could he do it? I mean, if Punk's a big Brett fan, he can't even do it. There we go. He got the sharpshooter. He did it. McIntyre's, look at his face. Ah, look at his face. Shades of Austin and Brett at WrestleMania 13. Look at him. Putting up blood trickling down his face. Oh no, he's got the wrench. Now he's just hitting him in the back with a wrench. Look at that canvas, by the way. That canvas is... oh, look at... He's put a wrench in his eyes. Yeah, McIntyre's stopped bleeding now. So I think he might be okay. But you know what? I'm happy with WWE just for the sense of they're just going like, okay. Oh, look, the referee's trying to pat him down with blood. And I think McIntyre's telling him to piss off. Good. Trying to... the top of McIntyre's head is just covered in blood, by the way. Maybe the ref got a call from Gorilla going, well, there's maybe a bit too much blood. Oof. Now just trading right hands. I mean, they're not even really, they're just kind of sort of stiff rights. Oh, look at these. Oof. Uh-oh. Future shock. It was the move that tore the triceps. He got him up on his shoulder. CM Punk. Oh, he's going for a GTS. No. Oh, big chop. Oh, and another. Can he go for a third? He does. McIntyre. Oh, a big roundhouse kick by CM Punk. This is by far, a million miles the best match of the trilogy. It's not even over yet. It's by far the best match of the trilogy. If I had to rate him at the moment, I'd go Hell in a Cell, SummerSlam, Bash in Berlin. But this is by far, by a superior distance, the best match of the trilogy. Easy. I got McIntyre's hair dripping with blood. Flex is in the chat as well. He's proper switched on to wrestling now. He's been watching Netflix recently. He's into it. He's hooked. And what's... oh, there is a table. Forget there's a table on the other side of it. Oh, God, be careful. Oh, my goodness. A suplex from inside of the ring to the outside, through a table, outside of the ring. Oh, the crowd's going mental. Both men are down. McIntyre's got the fake blood all over him. Look at this. Look at this landing. Oh, my goodness. And the table, the problem is with the table, the way it breaks. Oh, my God. McIntyre's the first to set up. Nathaniel says Flecknology. Even Flex is clicking the like button, so if you haven't already, you know what to do. Crowd chants, this is awesome. The top of McIntyre's head has got loads of that blood in it. And now McIntyre's cussing out the the cameraman, telling him to fuck off. Get the fuck out of the way, man. Steel steps. He's got the sort of understeps. They're heavier. They're bigger. CM Punk hasn't moved. Someone better check a pulse. McIntyre can't even lift it. Can't even lift the stairs. I mean, literally, Punk has not moved. I can tell he's breathing because his stomach's going up and down. But as far as if he can actually stand up, that might be different. Look at McIntyre's back as well. He's got a big cut. And now, McIntyre, I guess McIntyre, he can't even get the steps into the ring. The best way to recover when you've just put someone through the table is basically power lift some steps. I think Punk's back is all cut up from those from the splinters going through that table. Yeah, look. Oh, Punk, he looks like he genuinely is in agony. You've still got those tools in the ring as well. Whenever anyone gets a suplex through the table, it always reminds me of Hardcore Holly. I'll Google it now. Hardcore Holly table, ECW. He got suplexed from a similar kind of spot, from the inside of the ring to the outside. He was suplexing someone, I think, on an episode of ECW. I think it's 2007. Oh, he's up on the shoulders. GTS. McIntyre's down. Referee's going to go for a cover. 2. Oh, and McIntyre kicks out. Oh. Yeah, if you check out Hardcore Holly, ECW 2007, he goes through the table and the wood splits in a certain way. Honestly, it makes a cut, I'm not exaggerating, like this wide in his back. It is the most gnarly thing you've ever seen in your life. But McIntyre kicks out of, what's that, a second GTS? And this is also why you had to piss off that Hell in a Cell Premium Live Event concept. When you need it for important matches. He's got, what is he doing here? He's got Punk up on the steps. What's he thinking? Oh, white noise on the top of the steps. If your back's not broken already, get Mike Tyson. My back is broken. 1, 2. Oh, and CM Punk kicks out. Listen to the sound of this. Bang. Look. Ow. Good Lord. Phew. As Austin says, how do you like me now? McIntyre's back to his feet. Punk's holding his lower back. He's reaching out. Look at McIntyre. Stoic look to CM Punk, who's still down. So Punk's trying to use McIntyre to get himself back to his feet. Ready? Oh, he's picking him up. Look at this. What's he thinking of doing here? Oh, counted! He counted! Anaconda device! Look at this, got locked in, middle of the ring. There will be no rope breaks. There's no rope breaks in Hell in a Cell. McIntyre's in trouble. But look, there's no tools. Look, you got some wrench. You've got a wrench. And he's got it. Oh, no. Be careful. He's got a wrench. He's got a wrench. Oh, he took the wrench off him. Oh, no, he's bashing him off the head with it. Look at it. Bashing him off the head. If he's not going to choke him out, he's going to knock him out. And now he holds the wrench up himself. And Punk's telling him to beg. What a turnaround. Look at Punk's wrist tape, by the way. It's stained in blood. Oh my God! Look, I think McIntyre's legitimately bleeding. Oh, hello, blow right to the balls. And McIntyre, by the way, is legitimately bleeding now. Holy shit, that's real blood. No, that's real blood. Look at him. Look at it. That is dripping from his head. That's real. There's a difference. There's a difference between blood packs and there's a difference between real blood. That's real. He's got bashed on the top of the head and now it's coming out and it's dripping down his face. Oh. Now what's going to happen? Punk still curled up in a ball on the steps. Oh, don't. McIntyre's got a black bag. And it's a velvet bag. And usually, in those black bags, we have something that's not good at all. We've seen them in Hell in a Cells before. We mentioned Mankind and The Undertaker. They were in that one back in 1998. And the referee trying to wipe McIntyre's head because, again, he's legitimately bleeding at this point. He's legitimately bleeding. What is it? Oh, I thought it was going to be thumbtacks. No. It's beads. It's the beads from the bloody fucking bracelet. Oh, I didn't read his mouth. He punched him out of his mouth. I thought it was going to be thumbtacks. You bastard, Drew. And now he's going to go over a Claymore again. Oh, he missed. Oh, what good grief. He might have broke his bloody back. He went for a Claymore, Punk move, but McIntyre didn't land on the top. It was on the edge. Right on the edge of the steps. Oh, good Lord. And now Punk's got a chain. He's got a wrap a chain around his knee, I think. What a horrible bump that was for McIntyre. And again, McIntyre's legitimately bleeding as well. This ain't no blood pack there. That was a horrible, horrible bump. Now, Punk's wrapping, again, a chain around his knee. And what's Punk doing here? He's got the beads. He's just scooped up some of the beads off the floor. Oh, and now he's shoving the beads down his throat. Oh, no. He's up on the shoulders. It's going to be a steel chain. GTS. Oh, good God. That might be it. Cover. 1, 2, 3. Oh, CM Punk gets the victory. And what a match. Follow that one. I know there are some other matches to come this evening. I know there's Cody Rhodes teaming up with Roman Reigns versus Bloodline. But try following that. You had blood, beads, wrenches, tables, chains, tools, anything you want to say. Good God. My prediction was right. CM Punk wins. The best match of the trilogy by far. And that's more like CM Punk. There's been some criticism of him of saying, oh, he's washed, he's not what he used to be in the ring. That is one hell of a match. And both CM Punk and Drew McIntyre have possibly stolen the show. Maybe that's why this should have been the main event. Because how'd you follow that? Seriously, how'd you follow that? I mean, you might have, a big reveal or something later on. But in terms of a match, I'm not sure you're gonna be able to follow that. I mean, that is bad blood. That is bad blood. That is 5-star, how many stars you want to give it. That is a 5-star match. Unbelievable. King says an old man beats top-notch athlete like Drew. I would remind you, King, it's wrestling. It's not real. We've seen Rey Mysterio defeat the Big Show. Yeah? It's not real, brother. Don't be a mark, as they would say. GTS, steel chain. Brilliant match. An absolute classic. And I tell you what, that's what Hell in a Cell should be. Corey Graves called it the Devil's Playground. And that will be him done with Drew McIntyre now. It should be anyway. We got a shot of Drew McIntyre being just down in the ring. And look at Michael Cole, Corey Graves, standing ovation at ringside. And CM Punk gets the victory. Just seeing a closing look at the finish of this one. Like I said, I think you'll struggle to find a better match than that this evening. I think so. I mean, obviously, we're going to be getting now. It's the WWE PLE, so we'll be getting probably a few recap packages and what have you. And the question is, who does, as I mentioned, who does Punk face off against next? CM Punk slams the door on the rivalry and the trilogy involving CM Punk and Drew McIntyre. And Punk just collapses at ringside. And now he's going to get medical attention. I thought he was going to do like a flare. The flare flop. And you've also got to applaud Drew McIntyre. I mean, look, it's a dance. You've got to have a dance partner, right? Both men are absolutely killing. They might not legitimately in real life actually like each other, but that's what you do when you come to... that's what you do when it comes to making money, isn't it? Punk's got an oxygen mask on his face. Apparently McIntyre must be fine because no one's really checking on him. No one must be checking on him. CM Punk says he wants to call his wife. As they're raising the cell now. Now the medical people are checking on McIntyre. Now they are. Punk nearly fell again. But CM Punk victorious. Oh, they're showing the Bray Wyatt stuff there on the for the WWE 2K game. Yeah, you know, by the way, CM Punk after that was completely no blood on him at that point. Completely. I don't. By the way, I don't know what CM Punk did to King because he's having a meltdown over a wrestling match. It's all right, brother. It's okay. It's not real. If you're that upset about the outcome, you can always not watch. It's all right. It's fine. No one hurt you. It's cool. I thought it was a fun match. My goodness me. That's what I don't get with all this stuff, man. Like, what you know what's so mad is the tribalism in wrestling is so dumb, honestly. Like, for instance, Bobby Lashley, when he's in WWE, he's great. He goes to AEW, he sucks. Or in AEW, those people, I don't want Bobby Lashley. Now he's in AEW, I really like him. It's stupid. Again, it's all a work. It's not real. You know what I mean? It's like, I will fail to wrap my head around any of that. I do not understand. I don't know if I ever will. As they're showing signs of images of Las Vegas for WrestleMania 41. Of course, tickets go on sale probably in like a month's time, maybe. Allegiant Stadium it was April 19th, April 20th. If you haven't already, click the like button. Be sure to subscribe as well. What's coming up next? It is Bayley versus Nia Jax. Women's Championship is on the line. Ryan says, do you not like real fighting like UFC? Owen? What? This isn't real? Oh, man. I got to end this stream now. I thought I was watching real stuff, Ryan. Oh, man. Why are you breaking my heart like that? Oh, I'm going to have to stop watching. Oh, no. What am I going to do? It's so funny because if you're a wrestling fan, yeah, when you're growing up and someone finds out that you like wrestling and they don't like it or they think it's silly or whatever, that is the first thing they say. The first thing they say to you is they go, you know it's not real, right? Like, that's going to be this big eureka moment. And you go, what? I'll never watch again. I'll never. Of course, I watched Rey Mysterio beat the Big Show. It's like what, 5 foot. Big Show's over 7 foot, 500 pounds, and he beat him. Oh, and he beat the Great Khali. I saw the Great Khali once squeeze Rey Mysterio's head so much it nearly popped, and he had blood coming out of his mouth. It might have been a giveaway for that one. And it's such a dumb argument because it's like, you realize that most of the television you watch isn't real. That's like watching a DC, that's watching Batman, watching the Penguin at the moment and going, you know, under that fat suit, that's Colin Farrell. You know that, don't you? You know Gotham doesn't exist, right? And you would go, well, yeah, I'm watching it on the TV. Obviously, it doesn't exist, but I'm enjoying watching it. That's the point here, right? That's what we're getting to, right? We live in a day and age where reality shows aren't real. Like, unless it's sport or even really the news, sometimes with the news, but unless it's like sport, a lot of the stuff you'll see on TV is not real. So I never get the gotcha of going, you know, it's not real. I would speculate that in that arena right now, 90 to 95%, maybe even more than that, realize that it's not real and they've bought a ticket to watch a show. When you go watch a show on Broadway or in a theater, I'm very conscious that the people on stage are not who they say they are. I don't go, wow, I've come to watch The Lion King here, and Mufasa looks a bit like a human. I'm going to be honest with you. I'm not sure what this is. You would go, well, yeah, because it's not real. You know, like I've never got the attempt at the gotcha when it comes to all of that. It's just so bizarre. Really, really bizarre. Yeah. We've got nearly 80 people watching. If you haven't already, click the like button. We're nearly at 70 likes. Be sure to subscribe as well, bottom right hand corner. I mean, the thing I'm expecting the most out of this one is I'm expecting possibly a cash in, or if not a legitimate one, it's one of those sort of fake out ones, I think. I think that feels like that's what it's going to be, doesn't it? Because otherwise, I don't really have much interest in Bayley versus sort of Nia Jax. Samantha Irvin. There's a Jacqueline at ringside, WWE Hall of Famer. Lillian Garcia, legendary ring announcer as well. And there's Booker T, Shucky Ducky Quack Quack. Look at him. With the greatest of ease. Boadhurt says, if wrestling isn't real, how come I watched a fully grown turkey hatch from an egg at Survivor Series? Are you telling me that man was in a suit? It was real. It was real, Boadhurt. That's what it was. That's exactly what it was. It was real. No, exactly. You mean to tell me The Undertaker's alive? You also mean to tell me that Kane wasn't burnt? There's Jey Uso. He's celebrating with people. Red Devil says, Owen, so you're telling me Undertaker was not buried alive multiple times? I don't know. Well, the hosts have had a costume change. They are no longer in blue. In red, rather. They're in blue. Jay, exactly. So you're telling me Mae Young didn't give birth to a hand? Exactly. There's DDP's there as well. Oh, by the way, this Bayley entrance theme is horrid. Like it's awful. Like the sooner that the CFOs get out of WWE, the better, because this is just the worst. I mean, it's so bad. It's only maybe what you can count on one hand of good entrance themes that the CFOs did. The Roman Reigns ones, which they recently changed, by the way. I can't believe they've changed Roman Reigns one. Oh, excuse me, Def Rebel. Dan Mason, thank you. Yeah, CFOs were the good one. CFOs were the good one. It's Def Rebel, yes. I didn't even want to say their name. The CFOs, they actually got hit after hit. Glorious, Nakamura. Everyone they did was good. But Def Rebel, they're horrible. But is this going to be Tiffy time? Possibly. As we await Nia Jax. The women's champion. Bayley just, I think, did a yeet towards Jey Uso. Here comes the women's champion and queen of the ring. And there is the queen of the ring, the women's champion. Also wearing red this evening. I think a lot of people are going to be wearing red. Fat Thor says, I prefer Roman's older theme. Yeah, exactly. I don't know why they changed that. But by the way, this is going to be a very difficult spot for these two ladies because you've got to follow that fantastic opener between Punk and McIntyre. If you were going to probably pick a match on the card that probably everyone has the sort of least interest in, it would probably be this one along with the Priest and Bálor match. So it's going to be one of those ones where it's like, oof, difficult spot there. Unless of course, Tiffany Stratton cashes in, because I think that's the only thing that could probably get this crowd, going. As WWE plug in Fanatics. As Samantha Irvin does the ring introductions. If you haven't already, be sure to subscribe to On the Road to 18,400. Bayley, the challenger. And the champion getting her ring introduction. Jax raises her title in the air. The champion, but for how much longer? I guess we will find out soon. Nearly 17,000 people at the State Farm Arena. By the way, I mean, the ticket price, they were saying that this was one of like the hottest tickets in pro wrestling history, because I think like the lowest price that was left for tickets to get in as of like a couple of days ago was like $225. That's probably like high up. This has been a hot ticket. They've been selling like mad. Oh, what a splash in the corner by Nia Jax. A nice paintbrush in the back of Bayley's head. Irish whip into the ropes. Oh, my goodness me. Just went straight through Bayley. Hits the rope again. Oh, good God. That clothesline just nearly took her head off. I mean, I do think, in fairness, I think Bayley's a better, Nia Jax is a better worker now than she used to be. There was a period of time in WWE history where Nia Jax just hurt everyone. And I did a thing about it ages ago. My theory was at the time is that she in previous, when she was in NXT, Nia Jax legitimately had a bunch of like powerlifting records at the Performance Center, like legit powerlifting records for the females. So she is just a crazy strong woman. And I think I felt at the time it was a case of her just not knowing her own strength. And when you don't know your own strength, you can be quite reckless. And I feel like she's a bit better with that now. Not amazing. She'll never be a great worker. But I feel like she knows her capabilities a bit better. I mean, one of the more sort of wilder moments on recent Raw history is when Nia Jax and Charlotte got in just a legitimate fight in the middle of the match. They just, like, Charlotte wasn't happy with her and shoved her. Nia Jax beat the shit out of her. They started trading hands. It was insane. Nia Jax with a submission move. And you saw when she got in that fight with Charlotte, like, you do not mess with Nia Jax. She like couple of combinations, pulled her hair, she beat the hell out of her. And it was like, you don't mess around with her. She'll beat the shit out of you. And she did. It was wild. Oh, a splash against Bayley on the ropes. Going for, I guess, a version of the camel clutch. Bayley trying to fight out of it. I mean, Bayley's got next to zero offense. Bayley up over the top rope. Slides underneath. And Nia Jax through the middle rope. Oh, a leg drop over the top of the head of Nia Jax. Oof. Bayley of Nia Jax on the outside of the ring. Rolls Nia back in. Cover. Oof. I can tell certainly with the crowd noise, and you can see people sort of walking around, that this is definitely a match where the crowd kind of gets their win back. Oh, with a tope, but Nia barely moved. That was nasty. Bayley went for like a suicide dive and essentially just bounced off Nia and hit the floor. Nia Jax sort of fell down slowly. Oh, a big headbutt by Nia Jax. Sends Bayley down. Jax gets Bayley up on her shoulder. Oh. Descends Bayley onto the top turnbuckle. Oh, and a splash in the corner. Bayley sent down. Oh, a hip attack too. It's got in the space. Could be going for Annihilator. Oh, Bayley gets up. Is now attacking the knees of Nia Jax. What's she going to go for here? Is she going to go for a powerbomb, perhaps? Can she do it? Look, she's going to try. She's going to try. Was that meant to be a Hurricane Runner? That'd be a Hurricane Runner. It looked like shit. Oh, a Bayley to belly. What was that? Come on. 2. Bayley kicked out. That was the worst attempt at a Hurricane Runner you've ever seen. And Nia Jax knows it. Oh, dear. She tried to go for it, but it didn't really work. Look. Yeah, didn't really work, did it? Then hit a Bayley to belly. That was better. But the Hurricane Runner, no dice. Didn't really work, that one. The crowd are chanting Tiffy time. And you can tell Nia Jax, she looks pretty pissed off. Don't blame her. Oh, went for another hip attack in the corner. Crowd are chanting for Tiffy. And look at Bayley. She's pointing to her wrist. Oh, running knee. Oh, sunset flip into the corner. Again, didn't get all of that one. This match is kind of falling apart a little bit here. Now Bayley's holding her knee. Bayley with elbow drops. Bayley, elbow drop. And Nia Jax kicks out on her own and throws Bayley out of the ring. Not only kicked out, is this going to be the cash-in spot? Because Bayley's down, Nia Jax is down. No, it's picture-in-picture, so maybe not. So Nia Jax comes to the outside of the ring. Oh, went to charge her and went into the steel steps. And what's Bayley going to go for here? She's climbing up the steel steps. And now an elbow drop across the shoulder blades. And now Bayley can't drag Nia. Nia looks to be like unconscious. And Bayley's got to try and break the count. Then go back outside. Break the count. What are you doing, Bayley? Yeah. Oh, and counters the jump off the steps. Not sure why Bayley was like so conflicted. Roll in the ring and roll back out. We've seen that a million times. And Jack's going to go for a powerbomb. Oh, onto the steps. Oh, throws her into the barricade. That was nasty. Now she's pulling Bayley up by the hair. About to throw Bayley in the ring. And look at this. Once again, just holding the hair of Bayley. Again, just feel like the crowd still are just waiting for Tiffany Stratton. Irish whip. What was that? Again, even the commentators don't know what's going on, by the way. I think it was meant to be a pop-up Samoa drop. Even Michael Cole and Corey Graves are calling the wrong action. They don't know what's going on. Not good. Yeah, this match was not the one to follow that classic that opened the show. At all. Oh, Bayley up and over the shoulder. Oh, big reverse elbow. Jax hits the ropes. Bayley. Oh, Samoan drop. Well, that was a bit better. A Samoan drop by Bayley on Nia Jax. Cover. Oh, Nia Jax. I mean, Nia Jax just threw Bayley on top of the referee. Oh, look, she fell on top of the ref. Well, now she's not going to be okay. Nia Jax squashed her. The hell is this? She just got flattened. Surely we're getting a cash in. Surely. Oh, a stunner. A pop-up stunner. A rose plant. Rose plant. But look. There's no referee to count the move. Barely had the champion down. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Here comes Tiffy. It's Tiffy time. She's sprinting down to the ring with her briefcase. Oh, and the briefcase off the head and off the back of Bayley. What's she going to do? Is she going to do it? She's looking around. There's no official. There's no official. She's trying to get the referee up. Nia Jax is still down. Jessica Carr's got the briefcase. Uh-oh. Oh, Nia Jax set up like the Undertaker. She set up like she was the Undertaker or Kane. Maybe that's why she was dressed like she is. She's dressed up with the bad blood. She's dressed up like Kane. Now she's saying, what are you doing? Tiffy said, I wasn't going to cash in. I swear I wasn't going to cash in. Oh. Bayley's going to try and roll up Nia Jax. 2. Oh, kicks out. Phew, I tell you what, I think the crowd bought that. Everyone's on their feet at the State Farm Arena. That spot was good. Oof. Watch out. What the hell was... I think Bayley meant to throw the briefcase at Tiffy and it didn't reach her. I'm not sure. Honestly, this match. Uh-oh. Samoan drop from the top rope. That might be it. If it isn't, I don't know what is. Get ready. Annihilator. 1, 2, 3. And Nia Jax retains the Women's Championship. My goodness me. Yeah. In terms of a match, not good. Not good. It was very clunky. A lot of botches in it. The Tiffany Stratton bit, the pop for her and when they thought it was going to happen and her sitting up, that was good. Even Bayley botched throwing the briefcase back at Tiffany Stratton. Yeah, not great. Not great, to say the least. I think it's just a case of people want Tiffany Stratton to win the Women's Championship. The best bit was Nia Jax sitting up like Kane. Apart from that, not great. This was the good bit. Look, when she sits up. Nia Jax sat up and said, hey. But yeah, in terms of a match, not good. It felt like any big spot didn't work. But Nia Jax still the women's champion. But she's doesn't look very happy with Miss Money in the Bank. A reminder too, we've still got a big announcement coming from Paul Levesque this evening, folks. We did see that at the top of the show, that they said that Triple H got a, what they say, historic announcement. Now, what that historic announcement is going to be remains to be seen. We've also got, what's that, 20, we're 22 likes away from 100. So if you haven't already, click the like button. Let's see if we can get to 100 likes. Be sure to subscribe as well, bottom right-hand corner. We've already had a new member this evening. You can join the WN365 roster. Links in the video description. It's also pinned in the chat. You can click the join button. We're going to be doing a lot more members content beginning probably again next week, including gameplay, Monday Night Wars, rewatch, and match rewatch is all coming just exclusive for members. So if you haven't already, you can get involved with that. There's already some members content actually up, including match rewatches and a rewatch of the Monday Night War episodes as well. And you can subscribe. We're currently at 18,380. Only 20 subscribers to go until 18,400, which would be fantastic. So seeing some of the NXT stars working out. Of course, NXT debuted on the CW on Tuesday, this past Tuesday. Of course, this Tuesday, it's in St. Louis with Randy Orton being there. Xavier Woods apparently is playing a Dragon Ball Sparking Zero. There you go. Look. Isn't this meant to be the Xavier Woods that's slowly turning heel? Or is this Xavier Woods of up, up, down, down? Austin. Look at those guys mashing buttons. There's early access if you've ordered a specific version of the game, apparently. Looks to be kind of Mortal Kombat-ish, I think. Well, we know what's coming up next. Coming up next, it's Damian Priest versus Finn Bálor. Of course, that's match number 3. Bálor versus Priest is coming up next, which will mean obviously the match after this will also feature the Judgment Day, as it will be Rhea Ripley trying to win back the Women's World Championship from Liv Morgan, with dirty Dominik Mysterio hanging in a shark cage. And then, of course, we'll have our main event, which will be Cody Rhodes teaming with Roman Reigns to face off against the Bloodline. Obviously, there was a lot of discussion, wasn't there, about what was going to main event the show. Was it going to be Hell in a Cell, or was it going to be this tag team match? I think originally, when they sort of decided they were going to bring Bad Blood back, the Hell in a Cell match was going to be the main event. But then once they realised that, we're going to have Roman, he obviously was part of Georgia Tech. Cody Rhodes is from Atlanta. Cody's going to have a big entrance, possibly as well. Dwayne has been in Georgia over the last few days, so it would make sense maybe why that's going to be the main event. That would possibly make some sense. Lux Hill says, I'm curious, how long does it take you to make the graphics of PLEs? Depends. They've evolved as well, whilst I've got better at Photoshop and all that kind of stuff. For WWE ones, not that long, because obviously there's less matches. But you know what it is also as well? It's weird. It's like you have to, I don't know, it's like doing a painting, isn't it? It's like doing a painting a little bit. You have to go, right, I don't know what I want this to look like. Yeah, it's just got to kind of happen. And then you sort of just go, you might type in blood on Google and see patterns and stuff like that. Go, I wonder how that would work and if that could look like this, and tweak that and do that. So, yeah. But I've got faster over the years. But again, it also depends how many matches. And sometimes the multi-people matches can take a bit longer, and etc., etc., etc. As we're still watching this Damian Priest, Finn Bálor promo package. Daniel Luciano says, and I haven't been a WWE fan. I dropped my pen lid. I haven't been a WWE fan since I was a kid. Your enthusiasm is infectious. I appreciate that. I have heard people say, I only watched from the United stuff, and I thought I'd check it out, or I only just came to support the channel. It's a good time to be a wrestling fan. It is. Wrestling's hot again. Wrestling's popular again. There were some pretty barren years, folks, I'm telling you, and some pretty shitty years with not a lot going on in the wrestling world, or just a lot of bad stuff going on in the wrestling world. Right now, it's a good time to be a wrestling fan. You got two companies. You've got multiple companies. Wrestling as a whole is doing very well. You've got companies getting television deals, whether it's WWE or AEW, for multi-million dollars. You got WWE doing the best business they've ever done. That's including the Attitude Era. This is the best business they have ever done. They're going to be on Netflix next year internationally. It's a great time to be a wrestling fan. Amazing time to be a wrestling fan. There's X-Pac. Sean Waltman. He's there. Tully Blanchard. The Four Horsemen. And the Enforcer, Arn Anderson. Two of the Four Horsemen. The Brain Busters are there indeed. And here comes Finn Bálor. Obviously, one half of the World Tag Team Champions on Monday Night Raw. I'm not sure what Balor's wearing over his face, but there you go. Luxil says, how long do you think AEW has before it meets its certain demise? That promotion is struggling. I don't get, again, with the like I said earlier on with the tribalism stuff, AEW as a product is very cold. They're certainly struggling for ticket sales and their ratings are going down. But AEW's going nowhere. Like they are founded and owned by very, very, very wealthy people. Money is not a problem for them. They will most likely, I think, turn a profit with this new television deal. They're going to be on WBD for at least 3 years, possibly 4. They're not going anywhere anytime soon. They are fine, and it's good that they are not going anywhere because it's good. It's good for wrestling to have two big companies that are doing well, thriving, and have places for talent to go and work and earn money and make money. And you're seeing right now wrestler pays at an all-time high because of it, which is really, really good. So I will never, to this day, understand those that want companies and people to go out of business. And I would never understand that. Ever understand that. There are people that actively want these companies to go out of business, which is just so ridiculous. I want less content. I want less people to work. I want less people to make money. Like, as someone that's lived through the monopoly years of pro wrestling, it is not good. It is not good. I'm telling you. Here comes Damian Priest. Damian Priest, who has certainly benefited from his reign as World Heavyweight Champion. Looks like a big star. And certainly very, very popular. Damian Priest walking down to the ring. Luxo says, even if money ain't a problem, the fans make the product what it is. If there are fans aren't watching, surely it's a ticking time bomb. Like I said, the product's cold. There's a lot of things they could do to fix, but I wouldn't. They're not a ticking time bomb. Like TNA in in the sort of 2000s when it was the Hulk Hogan era, that was a ticking time bomb. They were hemorrhaging money that they couldn't afford to hemorrhage, and they would struggle with ticket sales at the time if it was based domestically, not overseas. That was a ticking time bomb. With AEW, they'll even if things get bad, I think they'll always have their audience as it is. There's a lot of stuff they could do better. I think they should run smaller venues. I also think WWE have certain business practices that they've not been able to overcome as well. Like it was revealed this week about WWE's got an exclusivity clause with certain venues and cities when they book venues, which is basically you can't promote 90 days in advance or 60 days after, something like that, in that venue, which hurts promotion of other pro wrestling shows. So that's also a part of it as well. But there's a lot they could do to do better. But then they're not going anywhere. They're not. Bálor tried to stick the finger in the chest. Oof. And what a right hand by Damian Priest. Oof. Grabs Finn Bálor. Oh, right hand. And also as well, there's a theory that I actually very much subscribe to when it comes to AEW and WWE in general, which is I think for years when people were saying, "Oh, I want wrestling to get better," I think they meant they wanted WWE to get better, because the biggest thing that hurt AEW, the biggest thing, I mean, there are obviously big flashpoints, the brawl out stuff, the Punk stuff, the Elite stuff, but the biggest thing that hurt AEW, without a shadow of a doubt, was Vince McMahon going away. That was the thing that hurt them the most. Fans in general were sick and tired of Vince McMahon shitty WWE. They were tired of his bad booking. They were tired of, a bad product. And because of that, they wanted an alternative. So AEW, gets born. It's popular. People like it because it's different than WWE, Vince McMahon, WWE. And the moment he went away and it got better, the product got better, then people went, well, then I've kind of really got what I wanted, which was, again, a better WWE. And that was the thing that hurt the most. Because, and I think the talent was kind of similar to that as well, because that's when Triple H got power, quite a few of the AEW guys wanted to go back. Oh, Sling Blade on the outside of the ring to Damian Priest. And Priest is down on the outside of the ring, recovering from that Sling Blade. We're 3 likes away from 90, if you haven't already. As referee counts to 8. And Damian Priest is back in the ring. And some stomps by Finn Balor. Look at this. Over and over and over again. And Damian Priest, look at that. Back to his feet already. What he was going for. And now he's got a version of a sleeper hold on, yeah. Sleeper hold on the back. Well, it's not fully in. Oh, look at this. Rake of the eyes by Finn Balor. Look at these elbows. Elbows across the traps of Damian Priest. Now he's got that rear chin lock on Damian Priest. Got the big man down to his to a low base. Now it's turned into a front face lock. Oof. Damian Priest, he just looks pissed off more than anything. Oof. Oh, big right hand by Damian Priest. Good God. Something, I think, broke there. Whether it was Priest's hand or Balor's jaw. Good Lord. Oh, turns it into a Russian leg sweep. Cover. And Damian Priest kicks out just at 1. Oh, big right hand. Now Balor with a stomp to the lower back. And Finn Balor constantly doing this. And he not lift his arms any higher. Kicks to the gut by Balor. And now he's going to go for an abdominal stretch. Look at this. A wrestling hold in a wrestling match. Would you believe it? The abdominal stretch. And driving the elbow into the side. Oh, just flipped him over in the end. And anything again, like once again, looks like it's just pissing Damian Priest off more than anything. Oh, big stiff forearm And there's another one to Finn Bálor. Went for a chop, and once again, it just really pissed him off. Oh, and a big right hand, another one. And look at these kicks. Discus, big discus forearm, and again. Oof, big splash in the corner. Oh, he reverse. Oh, another reversal by Damian Priest. Broken arrow. Oof. It's a nasty landing for Finn Bálor as well. And Finn Bálor kicks out. It was a nasty landing. He didn't really land flush. He kind of lands on his shoulder and his neck. Oof. Again, it was a nasty landing. Look, Damian Priest, he literally just looked down. He just said to him, "Are you all right?" Looked down at Bálor and said, "Are you all right?" And I think Bálor said, "Yeah." Goes for a lariat, ducks down. Oh, and another spling blade. This time it's in the ring. Oh, a kick. Don't know if he got all of that one. That one he did. This one, oh, a big clothesline. He takes off Balor's head. And Finn Bálor kicks out. Oof. It feels like such a mismatch, doesn't it? Between Bálor and Priest. Considering the size of him. What's Priest going to go for here? Oh, goes down. Oh! Box in the ears of Finn Bálor. Look at these kicks. Ducks under. Oh, and a Pele kick. Or as the Americans would say, a Pele. A Pele. Finn Bálor, with some intensity on his face, seemingly. Oof, a big chop by Bálor. Oh, and a stomp right on the chest. Not with 2 feet, 1. And again. I tried it for a third time. This time, blocked by Damian Priest. Oh, he's got him up high. Uh-oh. Razor's edge. Is that going to be it? 1, 2. Oh, and Finn Bálor kicks out. Damian Priest still talking to Finn Bálor. And once again, the crowd attendance is pissed off regarding, I think, lights or something to do with one of the screens they're not happy with. How does this keep happening, by the way? Like, I swear there's been a couple of stadium shows or PLEs where there have been problems with screens. Oh, I just pounced him over the announce table. My word. Oh, big right hand. Look, Finn Bálor just bounced off the announce table hood. What's this? Oh! A razor's edge onto the ring apron. And Damian Priest now standing over Finn Bálor. Now what's this? Here come the Judgment Day. Carlito. He's gone into the ring. Watch out. JD McDonough. Oh, and a shotgun drop kick goes Damian Priest. Finn Balor's going to go to the top rope. Coup de grace. Coup de grace. Hit it. This is going to be it. Cover. 2. Oh, and he kicked out. It wasn't enough. Now what happens? Now what do they go for? Crowd are chanting yeet. They want Jey Uso. Carlito once again up on the apron. This time it's a chair. Steel chair. Oh, big boot. Sends the chair off the face of Finn Balor. JD McDonough. Oh my gosh. Over the top rope. Carlito didn't catch him. And get ready. South of Heaven. Oh no, roll through. 1, 2. Oh, I thought we were going to get the South of Heaven chokeslam for the win. Oh, Balor rolls through again. Beautiful inverted DDT. Now Balor going to the top turnbuckle again. Oh, coup de grace off the back of the neck. Is he going to go for it again? I think so. Another. Oh, to the back. It looked like Priest actually fell down. I think he botched. Priest just fell. He fell down. His back. I don't know what the hell that was. Oh, this time he catches him. South of Heaven chokeslam. Oh. Cover. This will be it. 2, 3. And Damian Priest gets the victory. Damian Priest loves a botch in the match, doesn't he? There's always something. Either he forgets to kick out or he gets his foot caught in the top rope. Unless, of course, he might be legitimately hurt. Damian Priest, though. Priest back to his feet. And gets his arm raised. Look at this. This is when Finn Balor thought he had the match won when he hit the coup de grace. But it wasn't enough. The steel chair came in. It was a big boot. Chair off the head of Finn Balor. But he got caught after going for those double foot stomps to the back. South of Heaven, which is one of my favorite. I'm a big fan of the South of Heaven chokeslam move. But Damian Priest gets the victory. Big reaction for the former World Heavyweight Champion. I forgot, actually, there was meant to be that historic announcement, wasn't there? Wasn't it? Historic announcement from Paul Levesque. Lux Hill says, how is it different from a regular chokeslam? Because a regular chokeslam, you pull him up and throw him down. South of Heaven, he throws him up and it's a sit-out chokeslam. He lands on his backside and kicks his legs out. As they're showing the Bad Blood store in Atlanta. Oh, there is, look, Paul Levesque sitting in Gorilla. Intercontinental Championship match on Raw. Jey Uso versus Xavier Woods. A good old-fashioned Donnybrook match. Sheamus versus Pete Dunne. And that World Heavyweight Championship match. Gunther versus Sami Zayn. Of course, Raw now 2 hours. Thank God. If you haven't already, click the like button. 3 likes away from 90. Be sure to subscribe as well. As we that advert for the American law firm, a guy with a very old lawyer with lightning eyes. But look, WWE get paid handsomely to do those shout-outs. That's what sponsors are. Can't fault that. Well, here comes Triple H. Time to play the game. The Chief Content Officer, Paul Levesque. There he is. Again, he's got more time on camera than when he was wrestling at this point. He runs the show. I wonder what this announcement will be. Going to be related to Crown Jewel, I think, was hinted at. Oh, well, yeah, it does look like it's going to be related to Crown Jewel, because that's a Crown Jewel podium. Is that a championship? That looks like there's a title in there. If it's a Crown Jewel title, technically, we've got one. It was like Braun Strowman. Remember when he was the greatest Royal Rumble champion with his championship bout? I wonder what it is. We'll find out shortly. Paul Levesque with his red tie. He was terrorizing. Yes, terrorizing in WCW. What a throwback. $16,092, making history. '60th sellout of 2024. I said WWE's on fire. On fire. Largest gate for an arena show in WWE history. As I mentioned, they are on fire. On fire. They do this basically every PLE, by the way, because they break the record every PLE. In 4 weeks, gonna be Crown Jewel. Crown Jewel gets a lukewarm reception, shall we say. Crown Jewel. Beginning of a new era for WWE. An annual event that will take place with Crown Jewel. Oh, our reigning WWE champion will face our reigning world champion. And for the men and the women. Interesting. Neither title will be on the line, but there will be a definitive winner. Be crowned. Oh, it's a heck of a title. Look at that. So what you've basically got at Crown Jewel is you've got, which will be Cody Rhodes versus Gunther. Winner is the Crown Jewel champion. You will have, I guess, Nia Jax versus whoever wins. Rhea Ripley versus Liv Morgan will be the Crown Jewel champion. And here comes Gunther, the World Heavyweight Champion. Of course, he's going to be defending his World Heavyweight Championship on Raw on Monday. That bout's massive. It's very big, isn't it? Now, is it going to be one of these bouts that people carry around? Or is it just going to be you just have it for the night and then it disappears? For instance, let's say Cody Rhodes wins. Is he going to carry around that with his WWE Championship? I mean, because this is essentially what Survivor Series used to be, but with a bout instead, isn't it? Or what bragging rights used to be the same, didn't it, back in the day? Bragging rights, you got a big trophy. Raw versus SmackDown. And they're saying it's going to happen every year. And Gunther says, you're going to raise my hand again. Gunther's talking about defending his title on Monday against Sami Zayn. I mean, it doesn't feel... I'm not sure how that ushers in a new era, to be honest. I'm not sure how that ushers in a new era of WWE, as Triple H was saying. And I'm not sure how super historic it is, because it has been done before, not with a title on the line. I mean, we've had literally WWE Champion face World Champion to unify the titles before. Oh, God, don't start. Don't start. They're chanting for Goldberg, Gunther's favourite wrestler, remember? There's Goldberg. He says, I want to clarify something. A few weeks ago, he said to Brett that he was a childhood hero of his. He said it's not true. Oh, God. He said, how can I be impressed with a one-trick pony like you? Just don't, Gunther, don't. Do not have Bill Goldberg come back in the ring. Good God, don't. And the crowd are chanting Goldberg. Oh, no. No. He says he's just busting balls. Gage. Oh. He says, I hope he's a better father than he is a professional wrestler. God, I swear to God, if they're teasing doing Gunther versus Goldberg. Oh, he's standing up. Goldberg stands up and says, are you effing serious? Oh, Goldberg's standing over the barricades. Oh, I just knew. I knew as soon as he showed up, we were gonna have something happen. Oh, I hope this is just a segment. I swear to God, if they have a match that is Gunther versus Goldberg, then what on earth? I mean, he did say what it is, retirement match, and he said Vince said he owed him a retirement match. What the hell? Look, Sami Zayn's attacked Gunther. I swear to God, if it's just for a segment, fine. But if they're genuinely teasing Gunther versus Goldberg, oh. Oh, look at that. Big boot by Gunther to Sami Zayn. Gunther fell over. Gunther just tripped. Right, Sami Zayn's being held back. The crowd are now chanting for Sami Zayn. Oh. The only thing I'd be cool with, yeah, if it was Gunther versus Goldberg, was literally if Gunther beat him in like 30 seconds. Goldberg's up on the ropes and he's pointing to the ropes saying, you're next. And now I'm playing Goldberg's entrance theme. We're getting Gunther versus Goldberg, aren't we? Oh, no. Oh, good God. Well, we're not going to get Crown Jewel, are we? Because obviously they're doing that, that match for the Crown Jewel Championship. My words. I should have known. I should have known. As soon as early on, even they like Goldberg's there, went, oh God, what's he doing there? What's he doing there? I genuinely thought once Vince left, I thought, well, Goldberg's that's not going to happen. And he was like, well, Vince promised me a retirement match and he didn't deliver. And then, yeah, that's going to happen at some point, isn't it? Ugh. Good Lord. For what purpose as well? You can't have a match, a proper one anyway. It'd just be, he'd probably hit a couple of spears and try and jackhammer Gunther by dropping him on his head. Ugh. Madness. Well, coming up next, we've got the Women's World Championship on the line. With Dominik Mysterio, he's in a shark cage. My word. I can't believe that's a thing. I can't believe that's a thing. Just, unless, well, no, because you could tell by looking at Goldberg afterwards, couldn't you? You could tell by looking at Goldberg afterwards. He was like, yeah, see, they're chanting my name and pointing towards the camera and that, going, you're next. At some point, he's going to want to do it. So, no. No. And not just because it just seems utterly pointless, really, doesn't it? I mean, what's going to happen? Goldberg was having, 5-minute matches 3 years ago, let alone now against Gunther. It's hardly going to be 25-minute classic, is it? It's going to be literally a couple of spears. Gunther will kick out. He hits, a lariat or something like that, and that'll be it. What a retirement match. You know what I mean? What's the point? And it's not like previously when Vince was in charge, he'd bring Goldberg back because he'd be like, look, we need to sell tickets, or we need to, we want to get subscribers for the network or whatever. So that's what it would do. But like they don't need it. Like they don't need it. They've got sellouts, record-breaking gates and all that kind of stuff. Like they are fine. They don't need it. They're totally fine. Yeah, I don't get that one at all. I hope to have the report. Hope to see the report of it's not leading to anything. It's just that's just that. JR, it's true. If it was Vince, Goldberg, he beat Gunther in 30 seconds and become world heavyweight champion. One more run, brother. I hope that won't happen this time around. But yeah. And really, it kind of lost what was the announcement, which is the two world champions are going to face off at Crown Jewel and they're going to get a big bout. Which, again, is like, okay, but as a concept, you've kind of done that before. You did it with Survivor Series, you did it with bragging rights, and it's not really, is it a Raw versus SmackDown thing? Are you got to carry that championship around forever? Is it going to lead to anything? Remember when we had King and Queen of the Ring earlier this year, it was good because it was like, oh, they're going to get title shots at SummerSlam. But with this, you're going to get a title bout. It just seems a bit, not as important. Yeah. And logically, you would think that would mean that, all right, it's going to be Gunther versus Cody Rhodes. But coming out of that segment, it felt like, right, we're going to get Gunther versus Sammy on Raw, obviously, but then the direction was Gunther versus Goldberg. So what, Sammy's going to win on Raw? Of course he's not. Seems very, a very, very strange segment. I'm kind of done with this feud as well. It could be good to see Rhea Ripley move on. We'll see if we get a new Women's World Champion in this one. It's the penultimate match of the evening. Of course, before the tag team main event. It's DDP, Diamond Dallas Page. Mickie James. As Scott Steiner. Holler if you hear me. There are the legends in the VIP suite. Metro Boomin's there as well. Tell him what advice he gave Cody Rhodes. They're saying they can smell something. They can smell Chelsea Green. She was in a dumpster last night on SmackDown. She lost a dumpster match. They're saying Piper can stay, but Chelsea can leave. She says she's going to stay. Now. It's what? It's Piper now. She's a babyface? Well, the shark cage is there. What is this? Dominik and Liv, they're in a lowrider. He's embracing his heritage, Dirty Dom, of his real father, Eddie Guerrero. He's driving a lowrider. Into State Farm Arena in Atlanta. You just had a crew guy come and give him a thumbs up. You're good to go. Well, there is Dom and his lowrider. Shades of Eddie. Look at that. See, that's where WWE just blows everyone out the water when it comes to merch, yeah? He's in a car, and it's literally the same as a toy they've got out from Mattel right now. Yeah, the Lucha Lowrider. Well, here comes Liv Morgan, the Women's World Champion. King says Dominik's run is doing what Eddie did. Poor Eddie Rock. Again, I don't think Eddie Guerrero would give a shit about Dominik Mysterio using a lowrider. I think you have to go as far as saying he would be rolling in his grave. My God, man. Get it? If you don't like WWE, it's cool. But you don't have to say stuff like that. It's ridiculous. Like, it's fine. And I would say, for someone that doesn't like the show, you are watching it a hell of a lot. You are still putting yourself through it. Don't need to. It's cool, brother. Don't evoke Eddie's name like that, man. It's bad karma. The referee, I think, has got ref cam on. Here comes Rhea Ripley. He's got the red on this evening as well. Bad blood and all that. I think the knee's fine at this point. Liv Morgan embraces Dirty Dom before this match. This one was a difficult one to call. I think I may be leaning towards. I think maybe Rhea wins. So obviously, with being in a shark cage, I'm assuming that they'll have a Dominik Mysterio in it, and he'll be hung high above the ring. Again, this is also, I talk about merchandise. There's dirty Dominik Mysterio toilet paper. I'm not joking. I told you they've got everything. I told you they've got everything. They had a lowrider, which they've got a toy of. They've also got Dominik Mysterio toilet paper in there. You can actually buy that. Dominik Mysterio toilet paper. I mean, everything can be merchandise, brother. They're going, Dominik Mysterio, he can be so hated, he should have feces on him. That's what he should have. Fecal matter on Dom. They're like, make it. Yeah, huge reaction for Rhea Ripley in Atlanta. Liv Morgan looks pretty terrified, as does Dirty Dom. Looking concerned. Imagine that as well. Remember, like, during the early days of the pandemic, where it was like, no one could get toilet paper for a while. Imagine it was legitimately like, the only toilet paper I can get is Dominik Mysterio toilet paper. So that's all I can get. Can you imagine? You'd be like, what? Seriously? Yeah, we can't get any from the... The only TP we have is Dominik Mysterio. Seriously? Dominik Mysterio is being put in the shark cage. Well, actually, I suppose, can they hang that above the ring? Because, of course, they've got the Hell in a Cell hung up there. So what are they planning on doing? So Dom is inside the shark cage at this point. King says, what is the purpose of this match? Well, it's for the Women's World title. I mean, that kind of gives it away, doesn't it? Rhea Ripley says, one more secret. The shark cage is now going to be raised. Oh, the purpose of Dom in the cage is because obviously in the matches they've had thus far, Dominik Mysterio has interfered, costing Rhea Ripley the match. Therefore, the story is if he's locked in a cage, suspended above the ring, he cannot get involved in the match. Would logically suggest that's the story, which makes sense. Ripley just beeling Liv Morgan across the ring. Clothesline. And now I go for a body slam. Oh, no, possibly not. Fall away slam. Oh, Liv Morgan sends Ripley back first into the stairs. I can't believe there's a discussion of why is he in the cage. It's pretty self-explanatory, isn't it? It's to keep him away, to stop him getting involved, wouldn't it? That's kind of the idea. And on top of that, it's theatrics. I mean, it's not the first time there's been someone suspended above the ring in a shark cage. I mean, they've done that for, my goodness me. Go back to like the 70s and 80s for stuff like that. The crowd chants for Rhea Ripley. Oof. Dragon screw leg whip onto the rope. I mean, Cornette did the whole being in a shark cage thing in like the 80s, 90s. There's a shot inside the shark cage there. Oof. Kick to the hamstrings. Oh, a drop kick to the knee. And look at throwing toilet paper down. Oh, reverse elbow. Slides underneath, now going for a single leg Boston Crab. Working on the bad knee. And now Morgan once again going for a submission onto Rhea Ripley's knee. We're 7 likes away from 100, so if you haven't already, click the like button too. And look at the Dominik Mysterio hangs there in the air. And Rhea Ripley just slamming Morgan's head into the canvas. That'll do it. As he shouts support for his bow. Oof. As I was saying right there, just on commentary, J.J. Dillon hung in a shark cage for Sting versus Ric Flair. It's a gimmick that's been done for decades. So I don't... Beautiful Northern Light suplex by Rhea Ripley. Ripley doesn't get the victory as Liv Morgan kicks out. As Dom still sat down inside that shark cage. Oof. Morgan trying to fight back, but Ripley completely in control. Irish whip. Oof. Morgan going after the knee once again. Oof, and once again. Look at these. Just slaps some right hands to Rhea Ripley's head. And another just shot by Liv Morgan. Crowd all over Dominik Mysterio. Trying to pull the knee out of its socket. Or the leg out of the socket. Oof. As Dominik Mysterio is still sitting down in that shark cage. Oof. Now kicks to the back of the head of Rhea Ripley. Liv Morgan mocking Rhea Ripley. Oh, it looks like Ripley's starting to fight back here. Oh, no. Kind of spun under the bottom rope and a kick. Oh, sunset flip bomb into the barricade by Liv Morgan to Rhea Ripley. Now rolling Ripley into the ring. Now Liv heading to the top rope. Well, it's actually on the second rope. Oh, look at that. Good Lord. It was a code breaker from the second rope. Sends Ripley headfirst into the canvas. That was nasty. My word. Look at this. Just absolutely spiked Ripley's face into the canvas. Bounces off the second rope. No. Ducks under. Oh, went for oblivion. Ripley, she floated through, but landed on the bad knee. And a big knee. Oh. Oh, look at that. 2. Oh, kicks out. It was the home wrecker, according to Corey Graves, that was. Nearly worked for the Women's World Champion. As Dom still suspended above the ring. Look at this. Just kicks across the back of the head of Rhea Ripley. Oh, what a slap to the face. Look, another one. Just more slaps by Liv Morgan to Rhea Ripley. Horrible slaps. And now she's shimmying like Eddie Guerrero. Nice. Vertical suplex. Now she's going to go for triple verticals. 3 amigos. One more. Oh, Ripley blocks. Oh, Ripley. Kick to the gut. Now what's she going for? It's getting her up for possibly a razor. Oh! A version of a razor. What the hell is this? He opened the door. He jammied open the door somehow, some way. He picked the lock. But how's he going to get down? Rhea Ripley going to the top rope. But now she's noticed that the door's open. Oh, he's saying yeet. Frog splash. Is this going to be it? 1, 2. Oh, kicks out. Now submission. It's the prism lock, I think, is locked in. As Liv Morgan's trying to crawl towards the ropes. She does manage to get to the ropes. But now, how's he going to get down? What's his plan to do? Is he going to... What's his plan? He's quite high up. As Rhea Ripley's just still staring at Dominik Mysterio. Oof. Ripley just throws Liv Morgan into the barricade. Oof. Again, throwing Morgan in with quite a lot of strength. Ripley just mocking Dom. Gonna go for a riptide, possibly on the outside of the ring on the floor. Oh my word. A riptide on the outside of the ring as Dominik watches on. What's he thinking? Is he gonna fall? Oh my god! What the hell? He nearly fell! But he's attached by his ankle. He's hung upside down. Good lord. What the hell is going on? Well, he's talking. He's screaming, get me down. What the hell? He says, 1 minute. I got to finish this out. And then the referee says, you deserve that. What the hell? And now she's got a kendo stick. Maybe she's going to hit him like a piñata. Dominik's still hanging. He's been hanging there for a while. Rather. Says, happy birthday to me. Oh my goodness. And look, he's just hanging there and she's absolutely just smashing him with a kendo stick. Oh, what the hell? Who the hell's that? It's Raquel Rodriguez. What's she doing? And the referee just willingly ignored it, by the way. And now it's a DQ, I think. Bell's rung. And it's a power bomb. I think Liv Morgan was meant to win, by the way. Because, but then they realised the ref spotted it, so he had to ring the bell. So I think they fucked that up. Because the referee saw it, and it was like, oh, well, we're going to have to call it off. But she put Morgan over her, I think, because the plan was that Morgan was going to win. And they've kind of messed up that spot. But Raquel Rodriguez is back, but they definitely messed up the finish there, definitely. Because she's attacking the, and as you can see, look, the referee ran over because I think the plan was the ref's meant to say stop it, stop it, stop it. And then be distracted. And then Raquel was meant to do it. But she jumped the gun, I think, with her spot. So the plan was meant to be, because you saw the referee, Ripley's hitting Dominik Mysterio over and over again. The referee's meant to come over and go, right, that's enough. Try and get Dominik down. And then whilst that's happening, Raquel Rodriguez is meant to attack Rhea Ripley. And then this leads to Liv pinning her in the ring and what have you. But she blew the spot. She came over too early. And then you had the ref. She came over. The referee tried to run away. Did you see that? The referee tried to run away. The ref tried to run off to not see the spot. But then clearly someone in his ear said, well, you must have seen the spot. So because you saw it, then we're going to have to disqualify it. We're going to have to say it's a disqualification. Like, that's what the plan has to be. So they mistimed the hell out of that spot. Massively mistimed the hell out of it. They got that completely wrong. Just totally, completely wrong. I mean, it doesn't, affect the outcome that much, because clearly Liv Morgan was meant to win anyway, but they completely messed it up. Because I don't know if I've ever seen a referee run away from a spot like that referee did. My word. That was a very, very botched finish. And it's been a bit of a returning theme this evening, hasn't it? My word. Yeah, the Bayley Nia Jax match, that was a botch fest, and that was just completely messed up. Yeah, not great. Like, it felt very, very clear what was meant to happen there, and that did not happen. And it's a bit unfortunate, isn't it? Because, that match wasn't all that great. It was okay, but they just completely screwed up the finish. So it feels like it's been very much a two-match show, doesn't it? As they show the upcoming Premium Live events. Of course, Survivor Series in Vancouver. Saturday night's main event back in December. Royal Rumble is on February 1st. I can't believe it's that late. WrestleMania on April 19th and 20th. And at SummerSlam on August 2nd and 3rd. And of course, we've got the main event coming up next. We've got this tag team match coming up shortly. Well, there was obviously a lot of talk, wasn't there, coming into this show, going, it's really a two-match show. And you sort of went, well, we'll see. We'll see if it's a two-match show. It's a two-match show. It's very much a two-match show. We'll see what happens when it comes to this main event, but definitely a two-match show. As we await to see what happens next. I mean, the fact that this is the main event would lead you to think, obviously I know it's a Roman Reigns match and Cody Rhodes, Atlanta connections. There's also been rumours about The Rock, hasn't there? So we shall see if we get any appearance from the final boss. But certainly since the opener, it's been kind of all downhill, hasn't it? Let's see if we get a Paul Heyman appearance this evening. But what I am excited about this match, the thing probably I'm excited about the most is we could see Jacob Fatu and Roman Reigns. That's probably the most exciting and interesting thing about this. Because a big Jacob Fatu fan, how can you not be? Red Devils 99 says, will we see Rock versus Cody first or Rock versus Roman first? We'll see Rock versus Cody first. The plan for WrestleMania 41 is Rock versus Cody Rhodes. I think the plan for WrestleMania 42 would be Roman Reigns versus The Rock. They're showing highlights of Cody Rhodes and Roman Reigns' confrontation. Of course, WrestleMania opponents the last 2 years, now tag team partners. This was at Georgia Tech. As he gave Cody Rhodes his word that he would have Cody Rhodes back. Of course, babyface Roman Reigns as well. First time he's had a babyface match since 2020. I suppose another question is, will we ever see Roman Reigns be the champion again? Now that he's, fully a part-time guy. Here we go. Here comes Solo Sikoa. The Bloodline are here. Look at Jacob Fatu. Looks pretty pumped up, doesn't he? He's dancing to the song. What a spot for Jacob Fatu. Makes his debut only a few months ago. Now he's in a massive main event. Main eventing a PLE. And he is legit. Solo, I can kind of take or leave. Don't really do that much for me. I'm not sure how great he is. But Jacob Fatu is the real deal. Look at that man. That monster. Look at that face. Jacob Fatu says that he loves Solo. As both men point the wands to the air. Does everything for his tribal chief. I don't know if I've ever had a Wendy's. I'm not sure I've ever. Can you get Wendy's over here in the UK? I think you can. They're not always. Not everywhere. You can get Wendy's here in the UK, can't you? But I can't say I've ever had it. I tell you what I did have for the first time this year. This was pre-diet, obviously, because I've lost some weight recently. But I had earlier this year, I tried for the first time Popeyes. Now that is good. Popeyes is the real deal. Expensive, but bloody good. But like I said, I haven't. I've been on a strict diet. But I was very impressed. Popeyes is very good. Oh, we're getting this big Cody Rhodes entrance. We've got a band. We've got dancers. We're getting a grand entrance here. You can see Jacob Fatu talking to the referee quite a lot there as well. As this band plays Cody Rhodes theme, a couple of times you have to realise what it is. You're like, is this Cody's song? But it is. There we go. Enough of that nonsense. Like, literally until the end, I was like, is this Cody? And I had to play it again because they didn't play his theme then. Right now they go. It took a while to figure out again what it was. Cody's got his mask on. I wonder if Cody Rhodes is going to... Yeah, of course he was. Cody Rhodes does the laugh into... He does the Lampardian drift better than Frank Lampard himself. Cody Rhodes does the... all the time. Or if it's the weird smile he does first, he'll do the... all the time. Goes from the smile to the seriousness very fast. Once you notice it, you can't stop noticing it. But here comes the undisputed WWE champion. It's the University of Arkansas Pine Bluff Marching Band. Pyro going off all over the place. Corey Graves calling Cody Rhodes the quarterback of the team. We're going to get more pyro from Cody? Probably. As Solo Sikoa and Jacob Fatu staring a hole through Cody. And of course, it's been 10 minutes of entrances. And Cody locking eyes with Solo Sikoa and Jacob Fatu. Jacob Fatu's not taking his eyes off Cody Rhodes, is he? Cody Rhodes collapse the WWE Universe. And look at this. We got a grand entrance here. Now suddenly people out with violins and stuff. I don't like this version of Roman Reigns' theme. The old theme was way better. I don't know why they changed it. There was no need to change his theme at all. I don't know why. His previous theme was way better. I don't know why it got changed. There he is. As he raises his wand to the sky. Crowd are chanting OTC. What are those people doing there as well? Are they meant to be singing him? Because are they playing the instruments or not? Are they meant to be pretending that they are? It doesn't look like they are. Oh, they are. Because they weren't before. They've now started playing. No Paul Heyman, though. I mean, he's backstage, but he's not on camera. This is Roman Reigns' first match since WrestleMania. Looks to be in great shape, doesn't he? Oh, my goodness. More pyro. I mean, Solo Sikoa and Jacob Fatu have been standing there for ages. Reigns and Rhodes, it's late, staring a hole in each other. But yeah, Reigns looks to be in unbelievable shape. No doubt about that. Crowd are chanting OTC. Yeah, it's right. They're saying it on commentary at the moment, to be honest. It looks like he's in the best shape I've probably ever seen him. No doubt about that. Putting everyone else in the ring to shame. Solo Sikoa is raising the Ulafala. Now it's held by Jacob Fatu. as the crowd chant Solo sucks. Bell rings. This one is underway. And I say we're underway. It looks like Roman and Cody are discussing who they want to actually start the match. They're not sure who's going to be starting it. Already some arguments. So who's going to be starting the match? It's going to be Jacob Fatu starting against Cody Rhodes. It certainly feels like, doesn't it? It feels like the sort of biggest person in this match, biggest star in this match still feels like Roman Reigns, doesn't it? Ducks under, side headlock on Jacob Fatu by Cody Rhodes. Look at that. Went for the shoulder tackle. It's not going to do anything to Jacob Fatu. Jacob Fatu saying, run that. Oh, it slides under. Oof. A big right hand by Cody Rhodes. Caught. Got to go for a disaster kick. Oh, he went for a super kick. Rhodes moved out of the way. Solo Sikoa in the ring, and here comes Roman Reigns. And let's listen to the reaction from the crowd as soon as he stepped through the ropes. Once again, the crowd chanting OTC. They did say, didn't they, after he was a heel, they said, look, when he turns a babyface, he'll be one of the biggest baby faces that WWE's got. No doubt. He's never been in a match with Jacob Fatu before, and for me, that's the big money match. Crowd are chanting FU Solo. Oh, now he wants to be tagged in the ring. And come Solo Sikoa. So Sikoa's in the ring with Cody Rhodes. Crowd once again chanting OTC. I think it's quite clear who they would like to see in the ring. Is he going to get the tag? God, they're taking their time, aren't they? My God. Just tag him in, Cody. Jeez. And he tags him in. And for the first time since WrestleMania, Roman Reigns is entering the ring. Roman Reigns is in the ring, staring off against Solo Sikoa. I forgot Roman Reigns matches. I did forget Roman Reigns matches. Remember, he built like a 3-4 year title reign based off very slow matches. I kind of forgot about that. Oh, kick to the chest by Solo. And a big headbutt. Sends Roman Reigns down to his knees. Oh, tried to send Reigns into the top rope. Blocked. Now right hands by Roman Reigns. Look at this, just teeing off on the head of Solo Sikoa's Roman Reigns. Gets the 10 count from the crowd and a big right hand by Roman Reigns to Sikoa. Oh, look at that. Caught him quick. Solo says, OTC my ass. And look at these big right hands. Solo Sikoa reversed the Irish whip. And a big reverse elbow. And suddenly Roman's firing back up. Oh, clothesline sends Solo over the top rope. Uh-oh. Jacob Fatu is in a ring with Roman Reigns. And look at these two just circling each other. But Solo Sikoa from behind attacks Roman Reigns. Solo Sikoa pointing towards his head saying that's intelligence. Look at that big headbutt. Solo Sikoa says, who's the real chief? Someone in the crowd says, not you. Crowd are chanting, you can't wrestle, at Solo Sikoa. And headbutts by Jacob Fatu. The crowd are all over Solo Sikoa. Say you can't wrestle. Headbutt once again by Sikoa. Some of those punches did not look good from Solo Sikoa. Reigns is down in the corner. Maybe he's thinking hip attack here. Here we go. Hip attack. Bang. And look at Jacob Fatu. In comes Fatu. Hits the corner. Going to go for oh my word. Big hip attack by Fatu. And for the first time, we're getting physicality by from Roman Reigns and Jacob Fatu. Look at that big hip attack in the corner. And now these headbutts. And now these shoulders to the gut. And a big right hand by Jacob Fatu as well. And Fatu, once again, pledging his loyalty over and over again to Solo Sikoa. Got to hit the ropes. Oh, went for a splash in the corners. Bounced his head off the top of the post. Oh, Jacob Fatu flies out through the middle of the ring. Now, Cody Rhodes slamming on the apron, trying to fire the crowd up. Rhodes is in. Irish whip. Off the rope. And a big forearm. Big power slam by Rhodes. And now he's going to probably do a bit of flip-flop and fly, it looks like. Bang, a big flip-flop and fly Shades of his father. Gotta go for Cody. Cutter hits it. Cody Rhodes really firing up here. Looking for Crossroads. Solo Sikoa provided the extraction. Oh, and there you go. Pop-up Samoan drop by Jacob Fatu. Look at that pop-up bang into the Samoan drop. And now Fatu, what's he planning here? Throws Cody to the outside of the ring. What's his plans here? Gotta go for, a spinning solo onto the apron. And Solo Sikoa points his wand to the sky. And Jacob Fatu also once again pledging his loyalty to Solo Sikoa. And look at Solo just stepping on the hand of Cody Rhodes. Shoots him into the ropes and a big reverse elbow. Sends Cody Rhodes down. Look at the look Roman Reigns is giving Cody Rhodes. Reigns in just pacing on the outside of the ring. Solo telling the referee to push Roman Reigns back. Okay, they're saying, ref, you suck. Cody nearly there, but with Solo preventing the tag from happening. Oof. Oh, splash in the corner. And Jacob Fatu keeps screaming that he loves Solo Sikoa. And then comes Jacob Fatu. Oof. Fishbone action to the undisputed WWE champion. And once again, Roman Reigns paces on the outside of the ring. Hits the ropes. Oh, and Jacob Fatu. Big elbow to the jaw of Cody Rhodes. And once more, the Samoan werewolf. Is he biting? He was biting Cody Rhodes' hand, it looked like. Reigns talking smack once again to Jacob Fatu. On a big headbutt to the back of Rhodes' head. The crowd chanting, "We want Roman." They keep chanting, "We want Roman." Reigns keeps saying he wants to be tagged in. Oh, a bit of a version of a stunner. What the hell is this? Well, I think that looked like there was a massive miscommunication there. I'm not sure what that was. Looks like people forgot what was going on. That was a mess. Solo did a blind tag, and it looked like Fatu was confused waiting for Solo to come in. Then nothing really happened. Fatu, another hip attack in the corner. Same with Solo Sikoa. A double hip attack. And to be honest, not a lot going on in this one. It's just kind of a tag match. It's like the crowd feel like they're kind of sort of waiting for something to happen. Doesn't it? Like I said, I forgot that this is kind of what happens in Roman Reigns matches, isn't it? Solo Sikoa's in. Oh, Cody Rhodes kicks him off. Is this the moment? Oh, Jacob Fatu pulls Roman Reigns down and bounces his head off the steel steps. And Solo Sikoa splashes him in the corner. And a big clothesline to the undisputed WWE champion. Cover. And Cody Rhodes kicks out. They're building up seemingly for a Roman Reigns hot tag, aren't they? And now, Jacob Fatu tagged back in. Roman Reigns still isn't even back to his feet on the other side of the ring. He's not even back on the ring apron or anything like that. Fatu. Slam. Looks like Fatu is maybe favouring his foot like he... the same one he hurt possibly at SummerSlam. Whether or not that was real or not, who knows. Now Jacob Fatu, is he heading to the top rope? Gonna go for a... Oh, he went for a swanton. Cody gets his knees up. But Roman Reigns is trying to get back to his feet. It's taken a lifetime to get up. I mean, what happened? He got his head hit off the steel steps. Is this going to be the moment? Is he going to get the tag? Tag. And in comes Roman Reigns. Sikoa reverse and a big clothesline by Roman Reigns. Off the ropes, big boot. And now he's in a mount position. Reigns seems all fired up. As Sikoa's just crawling to the corner. And the crowd chant for the OTC. Oh, what's Reigns got to go for here? Got to go for the Superman punch. He did say something to the referee. Solo back to his feet. Oh, caught him. Gonna go for a Samoan spike. Oh, what's Reigns gonna go for? Crucifix pin attempt. Oh, Sikoa couldn't really get out of it. And there's a Superman punch. Goes down. 1, 2. Oh, Solo Sikoa kicks out. There was the Superman punch. Crowd still chanting FU Solo. Reigns saying he agrees with it. The FU Solo. He's setting it for a spear, perhaps. Oh, wait, Jacob Fatu. Was a reverse elbow. Oh, a right hand to Sikoa. Oh, Fatu with a super kick. Oh, and a double super kick. Uh-oh. Look at... God, good grief. What a moonsault by Fatu. Sikoa, big splash. That might be it. Oh, I'm broken up by Cody Rhodes. Oof, uppercut. Oh, what's he going for? Oh, Fatu sent into the steps. Now Cody cleaning out the announce table. Oof, super kick from Fatu. Oh my goodness, he just flew through the timekeeper's area. Rhodes sidestepped Fatu and he went flying into the timekeeper area. Now Fatu's throwing chairs. What the hell is going on? There's chairs. Is this legal? Is that not a disqualification, referee? Cody Rhodes saying, go down. Oh, crossroads to Fatu on the floor. And look, he's still moving. Cody Rhodes, another one, another kick. Fatu, I think he's on the announce table. What's Cody Rhodes thinking of? What's Rhodes thinking of doing? Is he going to try and... This is what Fatu did to Rhodes. This is always a risk. Oh, splash through the table. Good grief. And he made it. I mean, as we've seen, those hits through the table, they suck. Because they can go very, 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 very nasty. Look at that. Splash through the table. You can hit your quads. You can hit your knees, whatever. They suck. Crowd are chanting, this is awesome. Finally something. Woke the crowd up. As Sikoa and Roman teeing off in the ring. A big right hand by Roman Reigns that time. Sikoa with another one. Oh, a big uppercut by Reigns. Oh, super kick. Oh, Superman punch. Sends Sikoa down. What's Reigns going to go for? Listen to the noise. What the hell? Look at that. It's Tama Tonga and Tonga lower. Oh, a spear by Sikoa. Surely not. 1, 2. Oh, just kicked out. I mean, it took a lifetime to kick out. Woof. He went down. Bang. It was close. Sikoa is screaming at Roman Reigns. What the hell is this? What the hell is this? Who's that? Super kick. Who's that? Is it who I think it is? Is it? It's Jimmy Uso. Jimmy Uso's back. Michael Cole's losing his mind. Spear by Reigns. That'll be it. And Roman Reigns gets the victory. And maybe the original Bloodline has returned. At least one part of it. The OG Bloodline has returned. Roman Reigns looks like he's shocked. What a reaction. Got a heck of a reaction, didn't he? No doubt about that. He was staring at his younger brother. Of course, we've spoken about we didn't see Roman Reigns since WrestleMania. Jimmy Uso was taken out on the SmackDown after WrestleMania. We saw Jey Uso earlier on, didn't we? He was in one of the VIP boxes. Is this the beginning of getting Bloodline versus Bloodline at Survivor Series? Despite some of the friction, despite some of the animosity, Jimmy Uso is back in the fold. The question is, what about Jey? And there's Cody Rhodes as well. Reigns and Rhodes staring off. Reigns staring a hole and staring at that championship. We do know, of course, that Roman Reigns, I think it's scheduled for every SmackDown that's going to be taking place before Crown Jewel. So he is going to be on television for a while. What the hell? Look at this. And now the Bloodline are being attacked by Tama Tonga and Tonga Loa. Jimmy Uso saying he gave him your word. Reigns saying it's one time only. Jimmy Uso and Roman Reigns are coming back. Trying to convince him to do the right thing. Oh, what a super kick. He nearly kicked Tonga Loa's head off. And a Superman punch to Solo Sikoa. The Bloodline are down. The original Bloodline standing tall. And look at this. Roman Reigns picking up the WWE Championship. Handing it over to Cody Rhodes. Uh-oh! He's here! He's here! You wondered! You wondered! You wondered! Here he comes! Here he comes! He held up his championship. Well, this guy's going to be holding up his. Look who's arrived. The final boss is here. Oh my. Oh my word. Look who's here. I think business just picked up, as good old JR would say. The Rock is back, brother. The final boss. And things just suddenly have got very, very interesting. You've got the Bloodline in the crowd. You've got the original Bloodline in the ring. And you've got the final boss standing on the stage. Ooh. What happens now? The Rock is staring down Cody Rhodes. And he's raising the people's eyebrow at them all. 1, 2, 3. What? Is it? Oof, he went like that. He wasn't happy, seemingly. That was, what an ending that was, eh? And he didn't look too pleased with what he was watching there when it comes to Roman Reigns and the Bloodline. My goodness. Well, bit of a cliffhanger, bit of an ending for you folks, wasn't it? That, my word. What do we make of that? Oh, well, we're going to be discussing all of it in the post show, of course. But we had heard the rumors, we had heard the discussions about The Rock being back, and indeed, The Rock has returned. What this means, who knows? Who knows what this means? That was, as people are saying in the chat, that was certainly something, wasn't it? Certainly something indeed. But The Rock is back. Oof. Well, whether or not, again, he's going to be back on television moving forward, I don't know. But to be honest, the moment you heard that, he was in the area and what have you, knew what was probably most likely going to happen. And we know that, obviously, that Cody Rhodes is going to be facing The Rock at WrestleMania. I think that's the plan. I mean, again, we'll discuss all of this in the post show, because there's a lot of theory breaking down to do now, isn't there? There's a lot of theory breaking down to do about what's next, what does all of this mean, the actual event itself, I suppose, as well, because it's largely a 2-match show and some of the matches, but we'll get into all of it. We'll get into all of it because The Rock is back. It's back, and also what version of the Bloodline now actually exists, because The Rock looked pissed off, looked PO'd, did the People's Champion afterwards. So we'll get into all of it, as I mentioned, in the post show. You won't have to go anywhere. You'll be redirected when it comes to all of that. So I'll see you in a post show in just a few seconds.